Enter Rome in the search bar to order the perfect gift package. For $99.99, you'll get 24 entrees like the world-famous bacon wrap filet mignons, plus chicken breasts, sides, desserts, and so much more. As the grill master in my home, I can tell you those fillets cook to perfection. Omaha steaks are incredible and fully stocked and ready to ship right now. Achieve gifting greatness. Order the perfect gift package right now at omahasteaks.com and get 8 free burgers by entering Rome in the search bar. Perfectly aged, tender, and 100% guaranteed. I absolutely love Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com and use the search word Rome.
The Brian Bailey Show.
Steve Beck is the president and executive director of the Military Bowl. This is a bowl game that people can get to, and that's a big plus, too.
Yeah, it really is. We're so happy for ECU and for Mike. You know, Coach Houston was very familiar with the Military Bowl Foundation. We honored him in 2017 as the College Coach of the Year. I mean, I see them just getting better and better, and it's great that they're starting off with us, and then you'll have to see what the future holds.
The Brian Bailey Show, Mondays at noon, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar in Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
It's time to celebrate. My alma mater's going to a bowl. My baseball team won the World Series. My NFL team with a win tonight could jump into a playoff, whatever.
You know what? No.
Your team sucks.
Now I know how you feel.
Are you gonna
so when I finally win another World Series and a Super Bowl and the Pirates go to a bowl game in the same year?
Did you say another Super Bowl? Or
well, didn't you experience a Super Bowl in your life? I haven't.
Yeah, you used the word another. You've never had a Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple!
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome into a Victory Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live, coming off an East Carolina basketball win, and one of you will have a big victory in hour number 3 of today's show because we are opening up the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest for the first time in 2021, and we'll do it every day throughout the remainder of the month as we are on the air here on Pirate Radio. So get the dialing finger ready. We got some awesome prizes. We'll run down those prizes throughout today's program leading up to the 5 o'clock hour and our first treasure chest winner of the holiday season. We got a lot to get to here today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington, 1250, 930. Also online, pr927fm.com. If you want to be a part of the show, you can chime in on Facebook Live or on YouTube with a question or comment. And we are ready to roll here on a Wednesday. Got Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt here in the Pirate Radio studios. Coming up in about 20 minutes or so, we'll hear what Joe Dooley had to say last night following East Carolina's 1-point victory over Old Dominion, the second win of the season already against ODU, and the Pirates remain perfect at home. We will recap that one and hear what Joe Dooley had to say coming up in a little bit. Mully joins us at 4 o'clock. We'll talk about Major League Baseball hot stove. Looks like a lockout could be coming for MLB. So you got that. You got all the big contracts. Plus, we'll talk college football, coaching carousel, and NFL in the 4 o'clock hour with Mully. We will talk Pirate hoops and Pirate football with the voice Jeff Charles. He was on the call last night as East Carolina knocked off ODU, so we'll talk about that and get Jeff's thoughts on the wild world of college football coaching. Got that on the way in hour 2, and Bryce Williams back inside the Pirate Radio studios coming up in hour 3 of today's show. Plus, once again, we'll open up the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest. All right, we got all that and a big football game coming up Friday night in Greenville, North Carolina, because the J.H. Rose Rampants just won't stop the winning. They win again last week, and that means we have to open up today's show, as we've done the past 4 Wednesday shows, with Will Bland, the former Pirate wide receiver, who is now the very successful head coach of the J.H. Rose Rampants. He joins us today on the Fixed NC Live line. Will, it's an old tradition at this point. Nice to have you back on the show. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Appreciate being back on the show.
Congratulations on another win. This time, J.H. Rose knocking off Scotland on Friday night. This one part of a Greenville doubleheader. East Carolina played Cincinnati on Friday afternoon, and then some night football. Friday night lights as J.H. Rose got the win, 49-28. Will, let's recap that one real quick. What did your team do well on Friday night, allowing you to get that 21-point victory?
Well, the defense played great. We were able to just try to slow down their running game, which he still ran for almost 200 yards, but they were able to get some turnovers, get some big plays, and I think our offense just did a fantastic job of capitalizing on some of the turnovers and giving them a good cushion the whole night.
Not really obstacles, Will, but it was a different week with Thanksgiving and kids out of school. So how did you and the team, I guess the players specifically, handled that with some time away from school? You said last week, I know, that you didn't have to worry too much about them, getting there and everything with it being a home game, and you were happy about that. But how about the Thanksgiving Thursday and playing football on the Friday after Thanksgiving? How did all that go for you?
Oh, it was great. I mean, we came out Thursday morning and we put some Christmas music up out there, and the kids had a great time doing a little walkthrough for an hour. Just being out there, hanging out with the guys, knowing that we had a football game the next day was fantastic. And then on Friday, we just went back to our normal routine. Guys got here at 2:30, and then we just started our pregame ritual.
And Will, the football season can fly by with a 10-game schedule. Well, you're heading into game 15, so at this point, you better hope your locker room's good and the players like each other because they've been around each other for a long time, and sounds like you got that under control. How about the bonding, the team unity at this point in the season? That's got to be at an all-time high right now.
It is, and it speaks volumes how they came together, even as we started 0-3, and all that doubt in the air. You got people talking about how we wasn't good and stuff, but the team stayed together. They buckled down. They came out to practice every day, and then got this stuff turned around. Now we just got everybody's support, everybody coming out wishing as well. So the team bonding has been great, and we look forward to this week and hopefully next week.
Well, Will, kind of cliche, but it rings true. Your regular season and your conference prepared you for this playoff run because the teams you play in the conference are playoff caliber teams. And now this week, we mean that quite literally with Jacksonville. You've already seen them once this year. The Cardinals and Rapids faced off on a Tuesday night in the 28th of September, and you won that game, and now you get them again coming up this week. Take us back to that game, Will, and what you remember from your win over Jacksonville. He either remembers nothing or we lost him.
Okay,
there he is. All right, Will, what do you remember about that win over Jacksonville earlier this year?
Well, I just remember we were 2-3 coming off 2-game win streak after going 0-3, and just the team ability to stop the run. And then I think they at that point finally realized that they was a decent team, a good team that we could play against some of them caliber teams in our conference. So I was very proud of them then, and then I think that what started the run that we had, the success that we've been seeing, because we knew that they were a very good Jackson team and was able to handle our own with them. And again, they come into this week, they're going to be a very good team. They're well coached. We just got to make the less mistakes and execute better than they do.
Well, that's got to be a great feeling when you see kind of the light go on for your team and they realize that they belong and they can win football games. And you talked about your Pirate career, kind of a low point there earlier in your career, and then you got the ship turned around with Skip Holtz and going back to a bowl game. And so you've experienced that yourself as a player in the locker room. And when you see your team start 0-3 or start behind against Jacksonville, and then the switch just flips and they start playing well, that's got to make you feel good as a coach now.
It does. You saw that. I'm thinking we're down 14-0, and you just saw that the team flipped the hey, guys. We just take a little bit step by step. We don't have to hit the home run every play. We just got to gradually chip away. And once they start believing in that, then the good things started happening. So I'm very proud that they have that mentality where, hey, we're never out of the game. We just got to keep going, keep getting better, keep preparing, keep making tackles, keep making big plays, and then eventually we can get back into a game and hopefully come out on top.
Will, when you play a team and you know the opponent, you know their coaches, you know what they like to do, then they know the same about you. Do is it more important to fine-tune what you do well because they might know what's coming, or do you have a few new wrinkles that you add this week since they do know you so well? How do you handle that part of it?
Well, you just got to fine tune what you have. You got to look at the tape and you got to see what worked well. And then you got to try to find stuff that you might be able to expose the other team with. So you might put a little bit of wrinkle in, but not that many. You just want to go back to what worked well that night, what didn't work well, and then try to fix that, and then try to improve on that, and then try to do the same thing when you play them again.
Well, let's get some folks out there. I'm sure tickets already are at a premium right now, but if people want to get tickets and things like that, what do they need to do for Friday night?
Well, they can come to the school. I know they pre-selling tickets at school for $10 this whole week, and I think they're also doing that at Jacksonville High School also, and then we sell them at the gate, so, you always can get the ticket when you come to the gate and stuff, but if you want to try to avoid the line, I would try to get the pre-sale tickets at the school so you won't have to wait in that long line.
Good deal. So a few days left for you to take advantage of that pre-sale, and then if not, you can head out there and watch it Friday night. This is another 7:30 start time, Will?
Yes, sir. 7:30 start time. Under the lights.
All right, under the lights, and let's hit it one more time before we let you go. The keys for your team. What do you need to do well on Friday night to beat this Jacksonville team for the second time?
Well, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna say it again. We got to stop the run. I've been saying it for the last 5 weeks. If we can stop that great option attack that they have, that good running back June and Bennett, the combination, get forcing and throwing the ball a little bit, then I think we'll be a successful team. And just get the balls on offense. Our playmakers, JG, Michael Allen, Clavon. He had a big game last week. Let them guys go out there and show their skills. Then I think we'll be successful, and hopefully we'll be moving on to the next round, which is the state championship.
Will, best of luck to you and your team coming up Friday night, 7:30. It's the Eastern Final against Jacksonville, and next Wednesday, 3 o'clock is an open spot ready for you again, Will. So let's get another W.
Well, sounds good. I look forward to that.
All right, there he is, Will Bland, joining us for the 5th straight Wednesday at 3 o'clock. And once again, I'm a Conley Viking, but I'm a Will Bland fan, so go. Can I say go Rose? Go Rose.
Oh, you did it. You did it.
This is tough, man.
You did it.
Yeah, well,
Oh, my gosh. I hope Nate Connors is not listening. Oh, my God.
Yeah, how do you think he feels about this right now? How do the Conley folks feel about what I'm doing here? I'm helping Rose advance in the playoffs. It's kind of disgusting, but
I mean, it is what it is, but we're all Bland stands.
When did you think of that?
Just now?
When you said I'm a Bland fan.
Okay.
I said I've got something better.
I got something in the crock pot.
I've got something
just kind of cooking up.
Sizzling.
It's going to come out hot, too.
And man, did it come out hot.
Bland stands. Shirley, you a Bland stand?
The American Bland stand?
I was going to say that. All right, Chandler, you can't get... we had a guy in the parking lot during the pregame, during a break.
Yeah.
Walk up to us, and he looked at me, and he was like, You do a great job. You've gotten a lot better. You do a great job. But this guy here, and points at Chandler. He's like,
no.
This is the guy.
Oh, no.
So, Chandler, I'm starting to...
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
That guy came up to me and told me I'm not that guy, pal.
And said, you're that guy, pal. You're
Chandler,
that guy.
You're the guy, pal.
I am that guy.
So, next time...
I'm glad I wasn't out there. I can't imagine what he would have said to me.
And this girl. So, Chandler, next time there's an American Bland stand just sitting there, let me grab it first.
Point it out, because you are a good pointer.
I'm a good pointer. But there you go. So, good stuff. How y'all doing today?
Good, man. I love
good.
that conversation with Coach Bland. I actually had the honor of playing in the Eastern Regional Championship, and it is...
honor and privilege? Honor
and privilege. We had to play Plymouth, which is not too far from here. And got our ass whooped 28-0.
Robert points out that while both Chandler and I came across American Bland stand very quickly, and Chandler got it in first, he did say Troy said it first, though. Thank you, Robert, for that. That's going to be a reoccurring joke, I feel, on this program moving forward.
Of course.
So, yeah, man, what was that playoff run like for you, Chandler, when you get that late in the season? You're not used to all those games.
Practicing on Thanksgiving is weird.
Yeah.
And we had an early morning practice on Thanksgiving. They allowed us to go and eat with our families later that afternoon. But just still being in football pads and practicing for a football game late in November is very weird. But it means a lot, and it's fun, the journey that we went on that year, because we really didn't expect to go that far, and we had to go through some tough teams. Pamlico was one of them. We beat them in 2 overtimes at Pamlico. The very next week we got a home game, because a lot like J.H. Rose, when a higher seed gets undefeated, and you'll be able to get that home field advantage late in the playoffs, it's a fun time. And so but Plymouth had a really good football team. They had Raekwon Purvis, who I had to block Raekwon Purvis, who ended up coming here to East Carolina. And then the very next year, my senior year, we went to the second round of the playoffs and lost to the Tarboro Vikings, who had 3 running backs over 1,000 yards rushing. So, yeah.
Chandler had a bit of a rant, a little bit of a meltdown earlier today. And speaking of your playing days, what was that all about?
What, the rant?
Yeah.
Well, and we'll talk about this later on.
I am talking about it right now. That's why I bring it up.
So the American Conference come out with their honors today.
All the first team, second
Great to see Owen Daffer and Keaton Mitchell rightfully on the first team. Where's Quan McMillan on that first team? I don't know. He did make second team. I thought that was ridiculous. But what's even more ridiculous is that they honor every single position except the long snapper position.
Yeah.
You honor a punter and you honor a kicker. How does that play start? With the long snapper.
And
it's like that in every conference.
Technically, and maybe John Young made the second team, because of his holding. But what about the holders? How
do they get the ball clip, Brock? Where does that ball come from?
The long snapper.
I'm just calling a spade a Slade.
Does Slade Roy deserve more credit?
As a true freshman, yes.
Yeah. So
started every game.
Chandler has signed a petition.org, to allow long snappers to be on the all-conference
isn't
team.
that crazy?
Not really, but
you honor.
But I like that you're raising awareness for it, and I like your points, and they make sense.
We're talking about every position in football except one.
You'd literally have no punts and no field goals without the long snapper.
Thank you. I rest my case. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. Let's get that out there. Because there's plenty of great long snappers in this conference. And across the country.
I agree.
And we got one here at East Carolina who's going to start for the next 3 years.
And that is why...
And I'm just calling a slate a spade.
That is why later on this month, Chandler is going to come out with his first, second, and third team all long snappers for college football this year.
All right.
So get that ready. Congratulations to Keaton Mitchell. Owen Daffer, so the Memphis game, he had a few field goals, right?
He had 3 or 4.
Yeah, short field goals. He was the conference player, special teamer of the week. Then he hits the game winner. Before that Memphis game, if you told me Owen Daffer was going to be the all-conference first-team kicker, I would have said,
as a freshman.
Why? He hadn't, he's kicked a few field goals. He's done okay, but he was crucial in the wins over Memphis and Navy, which helped East Carolina get to a bowl game.
And is it crazy that his very first kick of the season was a missed extra point?
Yes.
And since then,
here we are.
And then since then, he's pretty much been automatic.
How it started, how it's going.
I think that's how it goes.
I think so. Owen Daffer, Keaton Mitchell, first team. What a year for Mr. 1000, Keaton Mitchell. Tyler Snead, Jaquan McMillan, Bruce Bivens, and John Young named to the second team all-conference. And congrats to Bruce. Love to see all his hard work over the years paying off with that honor and going to a bowl game.
Yeah, the games that I have been able to go to this year in Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, it seems like Morgan Ehlers is consistently calling Bruce Bivens' name on the tackle.
Yeah, and last night, Chandler, we were at the basketball game, which we'll get to in a moment, and we'll hear what Joe Dooley had to say after the game. We saw Warren Saba, and he walked by, and we said, "What's up? Hello." And then I had a chance as we were walking out at halftime to congratulate him on his 2 interceptions on his final game.
Thank you, man.
At Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. He said,
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
He's got a cool voice. He should be like a lounge singer or something.
Yeah.
He's got but good to see. There was a lot of football players at the game last night supporting the basketball Pirates, and they got a W. And when we return, we'll recap that and hear what Joe Dooley had to say following East Carolina's 1-point win. I've given my thoughts on Twitter. I'll bring them to this program. What Old Dominion did at the end of that game, and I love ECU basketball. I graduated from East Carolina University. Big fan. Was happy the team won. But I'm still disappointed, upset, quite frankly, peeved at what Old Dominion did at the end of that game and the final play they called. Inexcusable. We'll talk about that too when we return on Pirate Radio Live on a Treasure Chest Wednesday. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 Cadillac CT5 lease at $489 a month, 10,000 miles a year for 36 months for qualified buyers. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
They say time heals all wounds. Unless it's your home air conditioner. If your AC looks bad or sounds even worse, time is not on your side. But there is hope. Delcor is looking for the oldest working home AC system in Eastern North Carolina. The winner will get a brand new trade unit valued at over $5,000. Go to DelcorInc.com by December 15th to submit your entry. Brought to you by Delcor, the service professionals and train. It's hard to stop a train.
If you live in Eastern North Carolina, chances are you've heard of Riley's Army. Riley's Army started in 2008 and has provided emergency support to over 300 families who have a child with cancer. Join us on Sunday, December 12th at 2 p.m. at the Winterville Parks and Rec campus for the Santa Dash, benefiting kids with cancer and their families right here in our community. Bring a new, unwrapped gift for a Riley's Army family and help us give our families the Christmas they deserve. Register at runtheeast.com or call us at 252-481-4471. We can't do it alone. We need an Army.
This is Marcus Crandall, former ECU Pirate and Grey Cup champion. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's has daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio. Perfect for some outdoor dining. There's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia with our very own Clip Rock. AJ's has live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover and brunch every Sunday. Make today an AJ's day. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, the questions are done, ready to go for tonight's sports trivia at AJ's. I'm excited because round 3, college football heavy. Got some good questions.
Nice. Can't wait.
With college football. And we'll have our regular teams. We'll have Ronnie Woodward and Stephen Igo bringing a team tonight. So
I thought I heard that on the street. I thought that was the word on the street.
Rumors surrounding the area that they will be there tonight. So
I have a question, Quip. Quip.
What's your
what
question?
was that?
What did you just say?
What's your question?
I sounded like Elmer Fudd all of a sudden. Are you doing a sports trivia on the 22nd? Of December.
Yeah, plan to because we should have, like, we did one the night before Thanksgiving last week and actually had a good crowd of locals. Really? So, yes, I plan to, yes.
Okay. I may make an appearance.
A Shirley, let me know if you do.
I will.
Join 100%.
I will have a, maybe a full round, but at least a run on some Shirley related questions. Things you like.
Things I like.
Stuff like
Women's national team.
Women's national team.
Maybe some women's basketball.
WNBA.
Maybe some, Red Sox.
Dolphins.
Just stuff that Shirley stuff.
Shirley round.
Yeah. I'd love to ask a question about what Cubs center fielder hit 3 home runs on opening day back in the early 90s.
Yeah. Surely you would ask that question.
Because the answer is Carl, I think his first name was, but he went by Tuffy Rhodes. Very random sports thing that I recall. So, I don't know. I could ask Xavier Rhodes. Who are some other Rhodes? Rhode Island. Look, I can figure it out.
Well, I've had my name misspelled.
Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, a million times, and ROADS tends to be the one that...
Country Roads.
Yeah.
Take me home.
Yep.
All right, last night at Minji's Coliseum, that was a weird one, Chandler. Like, it
wasn't really a malice at the palace. It was very civil last night.
I know. We talked that up too much. I knew that would happen. Yeah. We were, like, ready for a fight, and everybody just got along and played basketball. So.
Boring.
Pirates win it by 1, and it was, I hope Dr. James Naismith is resting peacefully in his grave and was not rolling over at the end of that game last night, with the Pirates missing the front end of a 1-and-1 twice, and Old Dominion having the worst late game with 4.3 seconds on the clock play in organized basketball history.
I didn't want to focus so much on that as the positive, which was the first half. Listening, because I was driving around and I was listening to Jeff Charles on the call, and Jeff, I don't know how many times he said the Pirates are lighting it up from 3-point range.
3 cola.
And man, were the 3 goggles out last night.
Yeah, Jeff was getting pretty excited. He was like, my goodness.
We've been waiting for this Vance Jackson coming out party.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He came out.
Last night was the night because I think he led the Pirates with 21 points.
6 of 7 from 3. Now, it was kind of a tale of 2 halves of a half.
Okay.
Because the beginning of the game, when Old Dominion came out in that zone, it looked like East Carolina had never faced a zone in their lives. And credit to Old Dominion, they were busting their tails on defense and making it impossible for East Carolina to get anything going. But when you can hit the 3, that is a zone buster, a zone killer. And East Carolina settled down, got open looks, and then it started raining in Minji's. So great job adjusting by Joe Dooley and the coaching staff, and a great job knocking down the shots by the Pirate players. Vance Jackson did hit 6 threes last night. I'm a Brandon Suggs guy. He was 3 for 5 from deep. Tristan Newton, 3 for 6. R.J. Felton, 2 for 4 from 3. And Tremont Robinson-White added a 3-pointer as well. As a team, East Carolina, 15 of 27 from 3. They made 15 3-pointers. They made 7 2-pointers last night.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a point in the game where we were like over from the 2-point mark.
I didn't realize it. Igo tweeted it out at one point, East Carolina, and I'll get the tweet here in a moment. It was funny walking back to my seat at halftime, Chandler. A gentleman walks up to me and says, "Do you know who I am?" And I said, "You're Mr. Igo, aren't you?" It was Stephen Igo's dad.
Oh, wow.
And
do you know who I am?
He said, "Man, we can hit threes, but we can't do nothing inside the three-point line." And I said, "Yeah, I didn't realize it until your son tweeted it out, and I am really stalling." All right, so this was in the first half. Igo tweeted, East Carolina is 7 of 10 from 3, 0 for 8 from 2.
Wow.
Who needs twos when you can hit threes? And that was very early on in the game when East Carolina had a 23-14 lead. Old Dominion, this was similar to their first game when the Pirates won by 13, where East Carolina had a nice lead at half. The difference in this one was Old Dominion actually came back and took a lead late in the game. Inside of a minute, East Carolina trailed, but Brandon Suggs went in the lane, hit the shot, which was the go-ahead shot, and eventually turned out to be the game-winning shot. Let's hear. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that it was civil last night in Minji's, but they were very physical under the basket, and the referees were letting them play last night.
They were. Yeah. I would say. And then they would call some chippies, which would get me upset, because if you're going to let them play, or either call the chippies on both sides. But I thought the referees let them be physical last night, like you said, and kind of like the game in Myrtle Beach, which got out of control a little bit, but last night it never really got out of control. Let's hear Joe Dooley's opening comments after the 1-point victory last night for the Pirates, 63-62 over Old Dominion.
I thought we did some good things. First half especially, I thought the ball moved a little bit better. They did a nice job of changing up their zone coverages. I thought after a slow start, and we turned it over quite a bit, I thought we did a nice job of getting the ball moving. I thought the same thing happened for a little longer spurt in the second half, where they got us a little bit stagnant offensively, and then they did a nice job of really hard hedging ball screens. And then now the other thing we need to do is, when they did hard hedge, we need to make some layups. I think the other day we had 12 shots in the restricted circle. We missed it. We probably had a bunch of them again today. So we need to finish some of those at the rim. But I thought the guys played hard. I thought we did some good things, and we got a defensive stop to win the game, so it was good.
All right, Joe Dooley there. The end of this game was just an absolute drag. So because they were letting them play, Old Dominion had 3 fouls with like less than 2 minutes left to go in the second half. So they had to foul to finally send the Pirates to the line for a 1-and-1. So there was a lot of stoppages. You had Brandon Suggs miss a front end of a 1-and-1, and Old Dominion gets the rebound, 4.3 seconds left to go. They take a timeout. So you got a timeout, which gives Jeff Jones, the coach of Old Dominion, a lot of time to draw up a play. They go back out. East Carolina shows them a look. They take a look at Old Dominion, and then they call a timeout. So another timeout. What are these, like 2.5 minutes? You got like 4 or 5 minutes to diagram the play you want. And then Old Dominion comes out, 4.3 seconds. Referee hands the Old Dominion player the ball, and he closes his eyes and throws it to nobody all the way across the court.
He did throw it to somebody. His name was Brandon Johnson.
What was the play?
I don't know.
What was...
It was like a miracle heave.
And this...
there's 4 seconds on the clock, not 0.4.
In 4 seconds, you can get the ball to your guard. He can take it up the court. He can get a freaking layup if he's got a path.
Good God.
If not, he could kick it out to a guy to shoot a 3. If not, if somebody picks him up at half court, he can dribble, shoot a 3. Instead, they just throw it to 4 Pirates. Brandon Johnson standing there, catches the ball. It's like he's surprised. Like, maybe I'm missing something here. I just thought it was the dumbest play I've ever seen at the end of a game with 4.3 seconds.
Maybe because it was one of
and
I mean, it was so shocking.
I need to get Coach Mack or Mike Steele or somebody who's been in basketball to tell me what they were attempting to do on this play, because it made 0 sense to me. Watching it live,
he threw it into double coverage. There was 2 Pirates and 1 Monarch down there.
Yeah. And then Mike pointed out, because I put up a video of it today, even if he caught it, he's in the corner with his momentum going out away from the basket, and he said there is nothing right about this play. Like Christian Laettner in the Kentucky game, Duke had like 1 second to do something. So what was it? Thomas Hill threw it, and Laettner caught it, turned, shot.
Spin. Yeah.
You got 4.3 seconds to get the ball up the court, and they just do this dumb.
It's not like he even sat there with the ball for a long time. As soon
Right when
as
the
he
ref-
got the ball,
the ref
from
handed him the
official,
ball, he just killed it.
He heaved it. He just said, "You know what? Screw it." And he threw it the full length of the court.
It really is maddening because look,
It's like an episode of Impractical Jokers where they like have it like an earbud in his ear and say, "Hey, all right, now throw it across the court with 4 seconds left."
does the guy so that during the first time out, Jeff Jones says, "All right, here's the play." Right when you get the ball from the ref, you just throw it. I don't even worry about looking. Just throw it as far as you can.
Just throw it.
Coach, what if Brandon Johnson's there? I don't care. You throw the ball like I taught you to. Throw it all the way down the court to nobody. All right, Coach, I got you. So then they go out on the court. Then ECU calls the timeout. They go back to the huddle. Coach, you want to draw up something else? No. Right when the ref hands you the ball, you throw it. You close your eyes,
have at it,
and just throw it. Coach, what if there's 4 guys? I don't care.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Chunk the ball to East Carolina and let them win so we can go home. Because we have wasted all day traveling to Greenville, playing our tails off for 49 minutes and 55 seconds. And instead of trying to win this game, we are just going to completely crap our pants here on the court and do something that makes 0 sense, that has 0 chance to work.
It's so frustrating as a basketball fan.
I know, and I'm glad ECU won, and I want Jeff Jones fired as the head coach of Old Dominion.
Tonight!
I mean, what a waste. What a joke.
Pack your bags.
Anyway, Joe Dooley talked about defending whatever that was. That last play. Cut 2, Shirley.
Well, we talked about keep everybody in front of you. We were lined up behind the guards in the slots, and they had the big fella had a Zipke at the half court, so we figured something was going wrong because there was a guard behind him. So we switched it. We had, if you look on, Brandon Johnson was actually guarding the guard, and Tristan Newton was guarding the Zipke. So when they threw it, that's how Brandon was standing there. And I wasn't sure they were going to try to throw it to the big fella and then hand it back or anything, but we were fortunate that Brandon was able to steal the ball.
All right, so East Carolina had whatever that was.
It's not much of a steal, Coach. It's not. The ball was thrown straight to him. It's not a steal. That's a reception.
Well, interception. Good grief. Jonathan says maybe he was trying to throw it straight into the basket.
Man.
Josh.
I mean, it was the clown show last night between that and then the Trice guy not dunking successfully twice and Minji's Maniacs just letting them have it.
That was fun because he missed a dunk. Maniacs were getting on him. You can't dunk. Went to the free throw line.
Missed.
And they were chanting, "You can't dunk." He made one and then gestured to the crowd. And that's what really, you never.
Don't do that.
Don't acknowledge the crowd. That just makes it worse. So then the Maniacs got on him even more. Of course, he missed the next free throw. And then to top that off, he missed yet another dunk. And Old Dominion lost by 1 point, to which the Maniacs responded to their Old Dominion's official Twitter after the game. If only he could have made a dunk or two, he would have won this game tonight. Josh, who we talked to at halftime last night, said ODU's coach was hacking along all night. His mind wasn't clear. He has been, I guess, out with COVID, and I did see him coughing on the bench last night.
Well, according to the broadcast, he had pneumonia.
Pneumonia?
Yeah.
Pneumonia?
Pneumonia.
He didn't go to Myrtle Beach with the team. So yeah, maybe his mind wasn't clear. You're right, Josh. Jay says, on a good note, and boy, Jay goes back a while. I like this. I like remembering just rando games. He says Dooley was here his first time. We lost the Tubby Smith's Georgia team because we didn't guard the player throwing the inbounds. I was glad to see Dooley 2.0 set up our defense well. All right. Good point, Jay. What
memory.
What an awful play by Old Dominion.
Awful.
By the way, that's the second time ever by my research that East Carolina has beaten Old Dominion twice in the same season. And we used to play him every year twice in the CAA and couldn't get it done.
What if he was to inbound it like he had some sense? They go down and score and win the game, and the coach is still mad. What did I tell you? Throw it down the court. But, Coach, we won. I don't care.
Awful play.
Awful play.
Yeah, that was that's tough to watch.
You win the game on the last play of last week.
You don't come to Old Dominion. You don't play at Old Dominion. Because
at Old Dominion, you
throw it the length of the court every time.
Didn't quite work out for him last night. Kevin Cozart saying, I'll take an awful win over a loss. I'm not saying it was an awful win. I'm saying the play was awful. And whatever they drew up was awful. Absolutely, you take it. East Carolina this year so far has won the games they're supposed to win and lost the games where they were underdogs to Oklahoma and to Davidson.
I'm going to be honest with you, man.
Please do.
I am an honest guy, and I'm about to be honest with you. I am
do.
to the point of being an East Carolina basketball fan. I've been an ECU basketball fan for a long time. I will take a win when you can get one.
Okay, you're not breaking any news here.
And there's 6.
You're right. 6.
But, I mean, there's times in football where, like, man, that's an ugly win. I mean, you get a win in basketball, dude. I don't care how it looks.
East Carolina just needed a buzzer beater to beat Coppin State.
I don't care.
And I'm not, I'm not claiming.
I got so excited.
Redbeard says.
Oh, they only won one game? Well, guess what? They ain't getting another.
Chandler, cover your ears.
Oh, I know what it says.
Redbeard says he Cam Newton the inbound pass.
Oh. I saw it, man. I saw it. You don't have to repeat it. Okay?
John Moody back on the Cy Seymour train says that was a good team. That was a good team in here last night. To steal a phrase from old Cy.
Should we even say who else jumped off the Cy train?
Now, there was some talk earlier. I don't even remember the scenario. And
I can't even believe. I'm not even going to say it.
What happened earlier, Chandler? I don't refresh my memory.
Well, this was yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But
I know the person.
It's a person that we know and that we're very close with.
But I don't remember what happened. What did that?
Because
what did he or she say?
He referenced a person that I do not like and said it was yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And I stated I was hopping off the train.
I just want to say this to everyone listening: if you hop off the Cy Seymour train, you're off my train.
You're dead.
Yeah.
To us.
Yep.
Dead.
Deceased.
You are dead to me. I can't even see you right here.
Kind of like that guy throwing the pass across the court last night. Couldn't see anything. All right. Let's take
and well, not only that, but can I
finish?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Judging by your commentary and replay that you tweeted out earlier today, the referee told the guy that was throwing the inbounds pass, was that a spot?
Okay, so
or did he have baseline?
Well, it was coming off a missed free throw, right, Chandler? So you can't run the baseline.
Okay.
Although it did look like
it looked like
you
he
can run
was.
the baseline.
That's what I thought, because I was like, well, why is he standing still? If you've got the length of the baseline, get yourself a better view.
I guess the ref was saying, don't run the baseline while doing the run the baseline motion.
I guess. I don't know.
That's a good point, because when I watched the replay, I saw the ref doing that motion, and I was like, wait a minute, this came off a missed free throw timeout. So
yeah, that's what confused me, because I was like, well, then why is he standing still and basically throwing a blind pass, to the other end of the court?
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't no Christian Laettner, Grant Hill kind of situation here.
Yeah, I was trying to find a ODU third half call-in show last night, but couldn't.
You were
find
unsuccessul.
Yeah, I didn't really look that hard either, but I would have loved to see the reaction of opposing fans after that play. All right, we got more Joe Dooley. We also need to take a timeout. We'll come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Treasure Chest Day. Get ready. Get excited. We'll run down the list of prizes here during the show, throughout the show as well. And we'll do it when we return after this.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This year, US Cellular is making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Holiday time is precious. Save time and fly local at flypgv.com. Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book now at flypgv.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
If you love the food at Villa Verde, and hey, who doesn't? Now Villa Verde makes it even easier for you to order takeout. Tell us about it, Jay.
If you go to myvillaverde.com, you can order online, and we'll have it ready for you to go. Plus, you can pick it up at either one of our locations. No waiting in line to pay, and no waiting at all. Just pick it up and go. With online ordering from myvillaverde.com or from our mobile app, plus even from our Facebook page. Villa Verde, with 2 Greenville locations to serve you. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Hey, this is Troy D, proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
The busiest travel days of the year will soon be here. What better way to arrive at Grandma's house, or any house, than in a beautiful new vehicle? Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. The new models are a feast for the eyes, and as comfortable as mashed potatoes and apple pie. And comfortable is the way you feel each and every time you visit our dealership. Come in and get you one. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come in and see our holiday savings. You'll drive home satisfied.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, Offense Coordinator for ECU Football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back for the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, including day 1 of the Treasure Chest. Be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 50,000 followers today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Barak.
All right, Shirley, I'm going to pull up the latest email from Mr. Ellerby of the updated treasure chest list of prizes.
All right.
And would you like to run those down real quick?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I got to pull up my
I like
sheet.
when we alternate the prizes.
But now this is going to be an updated sheet now.
Yes, this is updated. Do you have an updated sheet, Shirley?
I wrote down the three additional prizes.
All
so.
right, cool. Here we go.
All right.
Let's do. You do the first one. I'll do the second one. The third one we'll do at the same time, and then you, me, the rest of the way. Got it?
Okay. So I start, then you.
Yeah.
Together, then back to me.
Correct. All right, let's roll.
Crap! I can't believe I actually remember that. Okay.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. 12 large pizzas from Domino's of Greenville.
Pirate gift basket from UBE.
Takeout party for 10 from Parker's Barbecue. $100 gift card from Emporium.
$100 gift card from Chico's.
Lazy Boy recliner from Bostic Sug Furniture.
$100 gift card to ENS Hemp Company.
$100 gift card to Fresh Vibes.
$100 gift card to Fleet Feet.
Ultimate party package from Sawyer's Fun Park.
$200 gift card to Factory Mattress.
$140 gift card to Revive Health and Wellness.
Gift basket to Naughty Dog Brewing Company.
$100 gift card to Tiebreakers.
$100 in gift cards to Dap House, Christie's Euro Pub, Sidebar, and Jarvis Street Bottle Shop.
$100 gift card to Halo Home.
$100 gift card to Bagel Man.
And a free 1-year VIP subscription to Hoist the Colors.
He's back.
I goes in with the Hoist the Colors giveaway. So there you go. That is what is in the treasure chest today. We still could add some more prizes, folks. But that's in there now. And one of you will win one of those coming up in hour 3 of today's show. In fact, I have the envelope here. Ooh. And I don't even know what's in it. But the prize is in here. And at the appropriate time, we will open up the chest. You will call. We'll have one winner. And live on the air, you will find out what you've won. We'll have Bryce Williams alongside to help us out with the giving away of the prize today.
That should be fun.
So he needs to be the one that announces the prize.
He's going to be calling his mom and dad and fiance saying,
"Yeah,
now the question is,
now
the question is, well, yesterday on Facebook Live, Steve Hill was calling his shot for the treasure chest.
Steve Hill's going to get it. He's going to get it one of these days. He always wins.
What if Chad Moore wins this year?
What if he wins today?
Remind me of
because last year he tried every single day and could not win a prize. He went like almost 2 to 3 months without winning a prize.
Yeah.
And we were like pulling for him.
Yeah.
That treasure chest last year.
It became a storyline.
Yes, it did.
Can he get off the schneid? Speaking of the opposite of the schneid, Chandler, here's a trivia question for you. Shirley, you can participate too.
Okay.
Who was the only NFC team not to lose a game in November this year? You got some good teams in there. The Packers, the Cardinals.
God. Is it the football team?
It's the Washington football team.
Oh, my goodness.
Cocky Clip. I don't like Cocky Clip. Come on, Cocky Clip.
The only NFC team to not lose a game in November.
Wow.
Now, that's huge.
That is hey, when do you want to be playing your best ball, Chandler? In September?
No.
In the preseason?
No, you want to play it at the end of the season.
November? Would that be a good month?
That would.
That would be a very good month.
Just check.
All right, well, there's a new month on the horizon. I don't like Cocky Clip. There's a new month on the horizon.
December.
Can you believe?
Can you believe it?
Can you imagine?
Do you think the players can believe that it's December? Will that affect the game coming up against the Raiders on Sunday? Steve is not only calling his shot, Steve is calling Chad's shot this year.
Whoa!
This guy is a shot
That's
caller.
Sportsmanship.
John says that I got to get progressively faster with each item like we did last year when we run down.
Oh, my goodness.
All right,
no.
Shirley. Well, we got a long month ahead of doing this.
Yeah,
so,
we got
we'll have fun
roughly 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been. All right, let's hear a little more Joe Dooley before we take a break. Planning to hook up with Mike Mullis at 4 o'clock. We'll talk MLB Hot Stove. We'll talk coaching carousel, Pirates, and more. Joe Dooley's team hit a lot of threes last night, did not hit a lot of twos, and also did not get to the foul line a lot, and he talked about why that was. Cut 3.
Oh, but I think the zone got us, and that this is something that we talked about. We need to do a better job. But you make a bunch of threes in the first half and you think it's going to happen. The law of averages is going to catch up to you. And we need to get to the paint more. We didn't shoot many free throws against Coppin. But they played a lot of zone. They played some timely zone possessions that put us in a little bit of a spot. But part of that, I think, that we didn't get to the free throw line was because we didn't attack. And a lot of it was also because they played a lot of zone. And they had to foul a bunch even at the end to get us to the bonus.
Vance Jackson, high scorer last night for ECU. We've been waiting around for that one, and we saw it last night on display. And Stephen Igo asked Coach Dooley about Vance looking more comfortable on the court. Cut 4.
He did, and he had a couple good passes after he settled down. We turned it over. I think we turned it over 6 or 7 times in the first 5 minutes, and some of them were just, pass and catch type deals, pass fake, get the ball moving. But I thought he took some. Matter of fact, I wish he would have taken a couple more threes. He had one in front of our bench that he shot faked and drove that I wish he would have probably just shot the 3. But I did think he was poised, and he didn't try to do too much, and I thought he was better defensively also.
Great to see Vance Jackson with a big night last night on the offensive end. Also, there was a time in the game where a player went to check in, and I looked at him and said, I don't recognize that guy. But I was almost too scared to ask Chandler or my dad who it was, because I got to know my ECU basketball, right? And my dad, as I was thinking that, said, is that Leston checking in? And it is the first time we've seen him, Chandler, this year playing again.
Marlon Leston.
And almost looked, you could tell it was his first action. He was just, he didn't look super comfortable out there. But it was great to see him make his debut, and he's only going to get more comfortable as the games go along. Joe Dooley talked about his debut. Cut 5, Charlie.
Well, I mean, he's been at every disadvantage for what happened. Getting here late this summer and then having to quarantine, all those type of deals. But he's getting in better shape. He's a really hard worker. He wants to please. I thought he did a nice job for not having been in the game. Battling with the Zipke and batting with Trice, and he did what he was supposed to on his defensive assignments. Made one little mistake, which could happen because he was excited. Got called for an illegal screen, but Marlon gave us good minutes, and hopefully he'll grow into some minutes.
All right, there is Joe Dooley. We'll hear more from him coming up later on in today's show. We'll wrap up hour number 1, head into hour number 2. I gave my stat a moment ago. The only NFC team to go undefeated in November.
The stat to consider.
The Washington football team. John on Facebook Live says they lost on October 31st to the Broncos. Who cares, John? I'm not a history major. I'm not here to talk about the past.
And that was in October.
October? Do you know how long ago that was? Do you know how much has changed in the world since October? Who cares what happened in October? Come on, guys. That was your guy, John. Shirley.
Oh, is that the one that...
That's Johnny D.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Bronco.
Johnny D.
Telling me about...
Be careful.
Come on, guys.
Hey, John, you want to talk about the past? I remember Washington playing Denver in a Super Bowl in the past.
Uh-oh.
And Doug Williams lighting their ass up. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. Anything happen today? Did a coach leave? Did Nick Saban leave for somewhere? Or
not that I'm aware of.
Nah, I don't think so.
Hey,
it's been quiet.
But you always got to keep your eyes open.
Chandler was in a good mood earlier today.
Yes, I was. But it's only reports.
Because he saw some rando report about Matt Rule leaving Carolina to go to where? Oklahoma?
It makes sense.
Chandler,
and I'm rooting for my buddy Matt Rule. I'm
Chandler
rooting
is
for him.
trying to expedite this.
Take the job and succeed, my friend.
Let's take a break. We'll come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day, because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. I want to invite you to join our team on Saturday, February 5th for our 2022 Pirate Baseball Banquet. This event will be hosted by Pirate Radio's Brian Bailey, and we have two former ECU greats as our keynote speakers. Current first base coach for the Dodgers, Clayton McCullough, and current Oriole, Connor Norby. We will have a silent auction and an autograph hour at the ECU Student Center. The meal will be provided by the famous McCall's Barbecue and Seafood. All proceeds from the banquet will go directly to ECU Baseball. Get your tickets today at ECUPirates.com. Go Pirates!
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
With Domino's Carside Delivery, you can carry out any 3-topping pizza for just $7.99 without leaving your car. So you don't have to interrupt your kid's favorite song.
And we'll all be friends just for one
You can interrupt this, actually.
Next time you carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each, try Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up to the store, check in online, and Domino's will bring your food to you contact-free. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size. Message and data rates may apply when using Domino's Carside Delivery.
'Tis the season to make your home full of cheer with the best Christmas decor right here in Uptown Greenville. Hi, this is Jess with Halo Home Store. Our store is full of holiday decor and home accessories galore. With over 15 years of design experience, I can bring your home to life with Halo's one-of-a-kind unique decor and gifts with new inventory coming in daily. We also offer a wide variety of design services. Be sure to follow us on social media or visit halohomestore.com. Happy holidays, y'all.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
This is a public notice. Only Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Every single item must be sold at pennies on the dollar. All wood chest, $99. Computer desk, $99. Nightstands, $49. Dinette sets, table and 4 chairs, $199. Chairs, end tables, coffee tables, $20. Bedroom suits, living room suits up to 75% off. Regular mattresses sets, regular $500. Today, $200. Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing!
Sawyer's Fun Park is the place to be this holiday season. You know the kids already love it, but now the adults can have fun too. Visit the brand new expanded patio at Sawyer's Fun Park. On Wednesdays, it's karaoke. Thursday is open mic night, and Friday and Saturday evenings always feature live music. Let the kids have a blast hanging out at Sawyer's Fun Park, and now you can have as much fun too. And remember, it's never too early to buy gift cards. Sawyer's Fun Park, fun for kids of all ages, including adults. Sawyer's Fun Park on Corey Road in Winterville.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Villa Verde on 10th Street and Villa Verde Dos by the hospital are open for you, serving unique and healthy dishes from the Dominican Republic. Order online at myvillaverde.com or the Villa Verde app. Order a family meal that feeds 6 to 7 people, and they will have it ready for curbside pickup today. Whether it's dine-in or takeout, Villa Verde is a platform for good. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Barat.
All right, back with the Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Had a rough realization during the break. Jonathan on Facebook Live said, cocky clip is turning into don't make me angry clip. I am really getting a little cocky for a guy who roots for a team that doesn't have a winning record. Like, they're 5-6. So I can't handle success. We talk a lot about, can the players for East Carolina handle success, handle a pat on the back? Well, I can't do that, clearly. Chandler, real quick, are you sitting down?
I'm reading the tweet that I think that you're going to read, too.
Is it regarding Matt Rule?
Yes. It's from Bruce Feldman.
Yep. We are on the same wavelength here.
I've seen some speculation about Matt Rule to OU. Was told that is not happening.
What does he know?
You are not the next coach at OU.
What does he know?
What does Bruce Feldman know? Is he kin to Tyler Feldman? Because if that's the case, he don't know jack squat.
Wow. Feldman's feelings at an all-time low here.
I'm just kidding. I miss Tyler. He's a good friend of mine.
Is he?
Not really.
But you do kind of miss him.
I do
friend.
miss the guy.
Right.
I do miss him.
Brett McMurples says the college football playoff does not make a decision today to expand the playoff. They will continue to talk and talk and talk. So nothing there.
I just wanted to let you know, be prepared.
Why?
Because when
Should I be prepared?
No. Because when Mully answered the phone, I said, "Hey, are you ready to go on with Clip?" He said, "Hell yeah."
All right. That kind of makes me nervous. Mike Mullis joins us on the Fixed NC live line. Call him first, 999-0001, if you need some repairs. Mully, how you doing, man?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Good. Where to begin? Mully, we got MLB stuff to talk about, but let's start with the coaching carousel. How, it's crazy every year. I'm trying to figure out if I'm just living in the moment, and that's why I think this is the craziest it's ever been. But maybe it is. Lincoln Riley leaving a job he could have stayed at maybe forever and kept winning Big 12 and going to the playoff and eventually trying to win one of those things. He skips off to USC, and then Brian Kelly, never hear of a coach leaving Notre Dame for another college job. He, in the middle of the night, decides to head to Baton Rouge to take over LSU. Well, what's your take on all this, Mully?
So first off, I would disagree with you from the fall process for Lincoln Riley. So here's kind of my take on it. They go to the SEC West 3 years after that move. Lincoln finds that they're sitting in third place fairly consistently, maybe get up to second, and they fire Lincoln. Is what is going to quite possibly happen to whoever they hire when they make that move into the SEC. So I think him making the move he made, plus you bring in the factor, as strong as the NIL deal is right now, the name, image, and likeness stuff, where in the world is a better, more high-profile place to be than Southern California for a five-star kid to take advantage of that? So I think that's absolutely brilliant, and I think his offense is obviously suited to what they do in the Pac-12. I just think it was a no-brainer for him when you look at all the moving parts. As far as Kelly goes, you're going to LSU, and that's one of those jobs.
A better job than Notre Dame, like higher on the pecking order than Notre Dame, you think, in 2021?
Oh, 100%. And I think the lack of a conference affiliation hurts Notre Dame from that standpoint. Obviously, the extra bowl game, but moreover, to go into the SEC into a position with a team that has the reputation for recruiting, the team, the program. I mean, the athletics department at large has the reputation it has. Clearly, there's no shortage of money. He's going to have resources, and they know how to be competitive in the SEC. They know how to win a national championship just a few years back. So, I think the crazier thing there is who thinks Ed Orgeron's going to be canned 2 years after winning a natty. It's all kind of bizarro.
Yeah.
But I don't. I think both these guys probably made the right moves. At least in my opinion, and everybody could speculate on Lincoln running away from the SEC as though he's scared. I don't think he's scared. I think he realizes that the style that he likes to coach is probably not suitable in the SEC for what we've seen historically in the SEC. and it still gives him an opportunity to share the spotlight without having to go through that grind every day. I mean, I think it's Clemson 2.0. It's what Dabo's made a great living doing, is being, the bigger fish in the smaller pond, if you would.
Yeah.
With an opportunity to play for a national championship with a far healthier roster and guys that believe they can compete. So I think it's pretty smart. These guys are definitely not dummies.
Mike Mullis joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Mike Houston's name was out there, and you never know what's fiction, what's reality, what's a rumor, what's somebody just trying to start something. So, but you saw his name attached to the Virginia Tech job a bit. They go out and get the Penn State defensive coordinator. Still some openings out there, but it looks like John Gilbert and the folks here at ECU are trying to lock up Houston with an extension, a raise for him and as an assistant to bring him back. And I think that's important, Mully, because we have seen the strides that this football team has taken to win 7 games this year, to win some games on the road like they did, and to finally get back to a bowl. This would not be a good time, obviously, for Mike Houston to head out and take his assistants and ECU having to start over again. So, and you look at the AAC, Mully, if Luke Fickell does indeed go to Notre Dame, and maybe Dana Holgorsen does stick around to Houston, but either way, East Carolina is probably going to be preseason number 3 in the American next year, with Dylan Gabriel leaving UCF, Sonny Dykes leaving SMU. They have gone from the bottom to the top half of this conference, and you hope some stability will stay intact for East Carolina so they can continue on with that in 2022.
You know what's funny about, and you said it exactly right, but what's funny about the whole thought process is that kind of the picture that's painted is that the conference had to kind of come to East Carolina, so the conference had to get a little worse as our program improved to put them in a position to be number 3, potentially preseason next year in the conference. If
they lose, take out Cincinnati and Houston, East Carolina's in first of the next year.
Oh, well, absolutely.
Yeah.
If we take out all the other 98 teams above us, we'll be number 1 in the country next year.
I see what you're saying, but it's always been this way, even if the teams stay pat in the American. Memphis has been up and down. UCF had a winless season and an undefeated season, so it ebbs and flows all over the place in this league East Carolina's been in.
Absolutely does, but I think it takes away from the legitimacy of the pursuit of the AAC to be what they wanted to be. Now, we know that they're probably never going to break that glass ceiling anyway, but it certainly changes the conversation when you lose those types of folks. And
they'll be here next year, Mully. You'll have your chance next year at Cincinnati and Houston and UCF.
Yeah. And I guess we're living in such a short-term world right now because God knows who will be coaching where next year.
Yeah.
But it's the whole thing of, this is a great illustration of why the SEC is what it is. They hold serve every year. They do exactly what they do. They do it at the highest level, and there's not this volatility as much as what we're talking about with the AAC. The whole reason that the AAC existed was to house these types of programs and be the Power 6 team. To be that team or be that league that's right there. Now all of a sudden, some of that credibility is damaged when you're losing your strongest players. And we're seeing that other places. So I think, again, going back to conversations we've had a long time ago, I think it all lends itself to all of a sudden we're going to see some type of super conference.
Yeah.
Everybody else will actually be playing college athletics.
Yeah, that appears to be the direction. When we don't know. We just talked about a tweet from Brett McMurphy talking about the college football playoff expansion, and it doesn't look like a decision on that is going to be made today, and that'll continue. That can will be kicked down the road continuously. We'll have the unveiling of the latest, we had the unveiling of the latest college football playoff rankings last night, Mully. Michigan jumping up to number 2 behind Georgia after their win over Ohio State. Alabama 3, Cincinnati 4. My question is, Mully, if Alabama beats Georgia, they're both in. I'm trying to look at a scenario on how Cincinnati could get screwed. So if Cincinnati and Oklahoma State win their championship games by the same amount of points, would they have the stones to put Oklahoma State ahead of Cincinnati and jump them next week in the polls.
You know what's funny about you saying that, coming off the little debate we just had, is that goes right back to the credibility of the AEC. Do they think do the people that are making these votes, do they find credibility in Cincinnati beating Houston?
Right.
Regardless of what the margin is, and quite frankly, not to throw shade, but if you watch any of the Michigan-Ohio State game, it'd be a far stretch in my eyes to see Cincinnati compete with either one of those teams.
I know, but you can't do it that way though. You can't.
Oh, you can now. If you can make up your rules, I can make up mine. And if we're talking about, like, if you're just talking about the best 4 teams in the country,
yeah.
Do you feel like Cincinnati is the 4th best team in the country?
No. But how do you leave out a 13-0 team? It doesn't make any sense. They should have a chance.
Call UCF and ask them.
Yeah, no, I you're right. Everything you're saying is right, and I guess the bottom line is it's not fair, but it is.
No, it's not fair. And look, I don't think going to 12 is the answer. And I mean, I think there's maybe an 8, something like that. Because when you get out of look, it'll be great for the AAC to get a team into the playoffs. That'd be outstanding. Now we just got to hope we don't get boat raced and they go, see, we told you guys had no business running with us.
I know, but it's not about that. It's about going into a season and actually being able to tell your team that you have a chance to play for a championship. Like
you do, you have a chance to play for a conference championship, and then whatever happens after that, that's out of our hands. All teams are not created equal. All leagues are not created equal. All players are not created equal. It's a sad state of affairs, but it's the reality that we live in. There's no way they're going to have total parity in college athletics. There's no way that they'll go to Alabama and say, hey, since you guys are so dominant, you can only recruit this year, you get X number of 3 stars. You can't have any 5 stars. It just doesn't work that way. And again, it lends itself to saying, hey, let's let those cats go do what they do, and the rest of us will play college sports.
This is kind of what I was getting at. Jonathan on Facebook Live says if Bama, Michigan, OK State, and Cincy win this weekend, the Final Four, they'll make it Georgia, Bama, Michigan, Oklahoma State, and Cincinnati will be left out. I still see that as a real possibility. Because, yeah.
Nothing would surprise. And you know, there again, we don't have this scenario, but what a cool year for a play-in game. All right, hey, we got 2 teams right here locked. Let them duel it out for the 4th spot.
I like that, Mully. I like more football. I also like a scenario where just chaos happens, and like Cincinnati loses, Oklahoma State loses, and Notre Dame gets in and doesn't have a head coach. I just think that would be hilarious.
Well, yeah. Well, and I think that's why the bulk of the country was cheering for Auburn so hard last weekend. To see what that would have had. Alabama loses and Alabama turns around and beats Georgia. I mean, so look, we all like to see the chaos, but we all want it to be. We like to see the chaos for the chaos, but we also want to see what we want to see, and a lot of times those 2 things don't align.
Well, and we're seeing this with all of the transfers, with all the coaches. Everybody's looking out for number 1, including ourselves, about what we want to see, Mully, on our television.
That's I mean, yeah, no.
Mully, Georgia's been.
I agree.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and I do completely and totally agree with what you said about the tumult this year with the coaching carousel. I am not living in the moment, and I can assure you that I've never seen anything like it. And even if you look back to how these things started to happen with mid-season firings and the bigger programs, obviously the easiest one to talk about is the USC deal. But all this stuff, these programs weren't waiting around. I also would find it curious that if Cincinnati were to lose, how quickly does it take Luke Fickell to announce that he's going to Notre Dame?
Right, and we were talking about Brian Kelly making that move so quickly with his team, and they don't play So they're idle. They're in the clubhouse, so to speak. But his team is sixth in the ranking, a chance to still get to a playoff. But immediately he goes to LSU with the early signing period. That probably has something to do with it. He wants to get there and lock down this recruiting class in December. But Notre Dame taking their approach, saying we don't even have an interim coach. We're going to sit back. There's a report they're going to wait on Fickle, and
Sure.
If that is true, that tells me that he's definitely going there, right? I mean, they wouldn't sit on and wait on a guy that could tell them no.
But I don't think that. I mean, I think there's some rules and legalities that don't necessarily allow that to already have transpired. But I would think, his people have talked to their people, and and you got to think, man, for that guy. And I think he said before publicly, there's two places he would leave for: his alma mater and for Notre Dame.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
and it looks like Ryan Day's not giving up the keys at Ohio State for a while. So.
No, that's right. So I mean, I think. If he doesn't, I'll be truly amazed if he doesn't go to Notre Dame. And again, life's made far easier for him if they get rolled by Houston somehow, lose that football game. I literally think you would be 24 hours away from hearing who the new football coach is at Notre Dame, which goes back to your point that would lead you to believe that has already been agreed to in some shape, form, or fashion.
Mully, on a much smaller scale, kind of reminds me when East Carolina had an opening. They zeroed in on their guy Mike Houston. He lost that FCS playoff game and was then named the coach the very next day, right after on a Sunday.
Yep.
Immediately after it. So
I think that's as respectful a way as you can do it. Obviously, we saw that with...
I'm glad you brought that up too, Mully, because I've been thinking, and you can give me an answer on this. You're an intelligent guy, and you were just kind of getting into it. What is the right way to say goodbye to all your players that you recruited and told you'd be there? Because every time a coach leaves, they get chastised for the way, quote, it was handled. Is there a good way to handle it when you're leaving those guys?
Not in the world of social media, and look, there is no privacy, especially for these guys. And look, having recruited, and especially in the lower levels of college athletics, it was very regularly asked, "Hey, now what are your plans? Are you planning on being here?" And the answer is as honest as you can be. As far as I know, I'm not going anywhere. But I'll tell you, you never know what life has to throw at you, because the same question could be asked of the kid. Hey, especially now, especially in the environment we live in. Hey, are you planning on staying here for 4 years? If I'm going to stay for 4, are you going to stay for 4? And nobody, the loyalty is to the man in the mirror. And look, it's what we've got to realize, and what we've seen more recently than ever in the history of college sports, is it is the business of college athletics. It has so little to do about the name on the front of the jersey. It has everything to do about the name on the back of the jersey. And you know what? I'm starting to understand why. It's a different deal when your moneymaker is what your God-given ability is on the football field.
Mully, we're not going to have time to get to baseball today. You don't want to talk Major League Baseball anyway. So,
who wants to talk about those guys?
Yeah, I know. Hey, Mully, if the playoffs started today, Washington would be taking a trip to Lambeau to face your Packers. Just pointing that out.
Yeah, that would be. That'd be a good one for us to open up against.
Yeah, the NFL has gone absolutely mad, and Washington has joined the fray, winning 3 straight games, and here we are. So we have to reset just about every week who we think the top teams are, although I did like the Packers hosting the Rams last week at home. You get Rodgers there in Lambeau this time of year. You're going to take the Packers. They are 9-3 right now, and Arizona sitting at 9-2. Technically, the number 1 team in the NFC standings, but the Packers right there behind them. And the Cowboys have been hurt, sick, whatever you want to call it. And we're seeing them trend down right now. I still think they are one of the top teams in the NFC, and we've seen that the Bucks also are human and can lose some games. So it's wide open right now, Mully, in the NFC and really the AFC as well.
Well, but we saw this last year with the Bucks, right? Oh, Tom Brady's done this whole thing.
Yeah.
Remember what down it is, and then all of a sudden the playoffs start, and it's like, okay, this is Tom Brady of, the 27-year-old Tom Brady. So I mean, no fear for those guys, and they did pull one out this past week. But the Cowboys are to me are the Mets of the NFL. Like it's like they show you, and then you're like, okay, all right, the Cowboys are pretty good. They're for real, and then all of a sudden, like I wonder what's going to happen to Max Scherzer now that he's a Met.
Oh, I know. He'll be out by May.
$43 million a year, Clip.
Oh, you don't have to tell me, Mully. I'm laughing at everyone who acts like this matters and acts like the Braves fans should be worried about this. I'm sorry.
Well,
it's a non-factor, Mully.
No, it will be a very interesting storyline into spring training. They will part with their manager about game 120 and try to maybe bring in. I don't know. Is Davey Johnson still alive? But they'll go the White Sox route, try to bring in a icon of the past.
I hate to see it because I like this guy, but Buck Showalter is available, Mully.
Yeah, I don't see him as being that iconic former Met manager. Like if you could, LaRue.
Oh, you want to bring in a former Met guy? Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, no, I agree with you. I think the Braves will be just fine. The Mets will find a way to implode. I mean, they're the Mets.
Mully, thanks for joining us. We'll get you in Minji sometime this season, you and your boys if you want. So let's watch a basketball game sometime. Pirates playing good at home.
Yeah, 6-2 right now, right? I'm looking forward to it, man. You just let me know what your social calendar holds, and I'll be sure to be.
All right, thank you, Mully. Good to talk with you, man.
Okay, buddy. Talk to you soon.
There is Mike Mullis joining us today on the Fixed NC Live line. We'll take a timeout. When we return, we'll visit with the voice, Jeff Charles. Boy, Jeff has been calling some close ones lately. He went from an Owen Daffer walk-off field goal to the following week a Tristan Newton buzzer beater to a couple of days later, the Pirates holding off ODU for a 1-point win. The paint can is about empty because the Pirates have been painting it purple. We will talk to Jeff Charles when we return on the other side of this timeout.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
It's bow time. You've probably heard folks say, don't call it a comeback. But at Bojangles, we don't like to beat around the bush. So when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back in all its tender, marinated chili lime glory, and you can get a pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, go ahead, call it a comeback. Get a legendary pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
This year, US Cellular's making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
If you live in eastern North Carolina, chances are you've heard of Riley's Army. Riley's Army started in 2008 and has provided emergency support to over 300 families who have a child with cancer. Join us on Sunday, December 12th at 2 p.m. at the Winterville Parks and Rec campus for the Santa Dash, benefiting kids with cancer and their families right here in our community. Bring a new, unwrapped gift for a Riley's Army family and help us give our families the Christmas they deserve. Register at runtheeast.com or call us at 252-481-4471. We can't do it alone. We need an Army.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All right, welcome back into Pirate Radio Live. Big day. First day of December. It's going to be a December to remember. Why? I don't know. It just rhymes and sounds good. People say it.
I say it all the time.
There you go. We've got the treasure chest opening up for the first time in about an hour from now, in the 5 o'clock hour. Bryce Williams will be here. And we're going to make you a winner, folks. And we ran over the prizes. We'll do that again before we officially open up the treasure chest. But some awesome prizes in the 2021 Pirate Radio Holiday Treasure Chest. And we will be opening that up coming up in our third hour. Right now, we've got the voice, Jeff Charles, joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. He has been busy calling Pirate Hoops and Pirate Football as well, and he joins us today. Jeff, how you doing?
Clip, I am doing great. I'll tell you what, it's good to see the Pirates winning games, isn't it? Basketball is doing so well. They're 6-2 and 6-0 at home, and coming off that fine football season, and everybody getting ready for the bowl game. So things have really turned around for the Pirate Nation, hasn't it?
No doubt, Jeff. And man, they like to make it interesting, too. The Pirates have carried over all those close football games into basketball season. And you were able to, I guess, in a span of a week on one Saturday, call a Owen Daffer walk-off field goal. And then the next Saturday, you're calling a Tristan Newton buzzer beater. And then last night, it goes down to the wire. East Carolina able to knock off Old Dominion by 1 point. But they are making things interesting for Pirate fans. And then it doesn't matter, Jeff, when you get the W at the end of the day.
Well, that's exactly right, Clip. But I'll tell you what, most of the time, the Pirate teams have been going through late and winning games, as you mentioned. And, of course, Joe's Block Club has won some very close games, had the Tristan Newton shot against Coppin State, and then last night the Old Dominion victory, and you just knew that ODU was going to come back in that game, Cliff, because they're very well coached. Jeff Jones is back on the sideline now after being ill, and he's a terrific coach. He's won 527 games in his career, and Old Dominion is a program that's had a great tradition. So even though the Pirates opened up that lead, you just got the feeling they would come back, which they did. But how about that shooting, Cliff, in the first half? 11 of 15 from three. Vance Jackson had the game we've been waiting for him to have. He knocked down 6 threes. He was 6 of 7. He had 21 points in the game, and Tristan Newton played well. Brandon Suggs has become a real key part of this ball club as well, and he played a good game too. So, Joe is such a perfectionist, but we have him on the air with us on the postgame show. I try to be as positive as I can with him and point out all the good things that are happening. And all he wants to talk about is everything they did wrong. That's who Joe is. And he says, well, we didn't do this right, we didn't do that right, we got to go back to the drawing board, I'm not happy with this and that. But that's what makes him a good coach. And now they've got Gardner-Webb coming up on Saturday, which, as you well know, Tim Kraft will come back to Greenville, one of Coach Lebo's former assistants, who it's hard to believe he's in his 9th year already at Gardner-Webb, and he's done a really good job over there.
We'll talk to Tim Kraft coming up Thursday right here on Pirate Radio Live, so looking forward to catching up with Coach Kraft, and we'll talk about his team, their run to the NCAA tournament a few years ago, and what to expect when they come to Minji's on Saturday. Funny you brought that up about Joe Dooley, Jeff. I've noticed that in your post-game interviews where you'll say, well, the Pirates shot well tonight and got some stops when they needed to, and then he'll say, yeah, we were out-rebounded and we had 15 turnovers. He loves to change the subject on you when you get too positive.
He really does. He always finds fault with something,
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes him a good coach.
Oh, yeah.
And there were some things that they do need to clean up, Cliff. There's no doubt about that. But at the end of every game, I don't care who the coach is, they always look at the negatives and always say we could have played better, we didn't do this, we didn't follow the scouting report when we should have, but that's just who these guys are. They're perfectionists as far as coaching is concerned. But I know Joe's happy. I mean, he's got to be happy because this team's 6-0 at home. You've got to defend your home turf, and you've got to win these non-conference games. And, you and I have talked about this for years, especially with East Carolina in the American. To have any kind of a decent year, you usually have to have 9 or 10 wins in the non-conference before the conference season starts. So hopefully the Pirates are on track to be able to do that. But I like the looks of this team. I really think they're going to be more competitive in the league this year. I mean, time will tell. Once we get into January, that's the proof is in the pudding. But right now they're playing pretty good basketball, and I like the look of the team. They physically look the part this season. They really do look like an American team. So I'm encouraged with what we've seen so far.
I like, Jeff, that they've won the games they're quote-unquote supposed to win. If you look at the odds makers, the loss is coming to Oklahoma and Davidson. The Pirates were underdogs in that game. East Carolina was technically supposed to use that word, win the other games, and they've done that. So they've taken care of business, especially, like you said, at home. Jeff, and back to that shooting in the first half, it was a little worrisome there the first 4 minutes of the game or so. ODU came out in that zone, and East Carolina looked confused. They looked kind of out of whack. And we've seen in the past teams go to the zone and just dare East Carolina to shoot from the outside. So credit to the Pirates for figuring that out, for getting open looks, and you got to knock them down. They were able to do that last night. That's going to be tough to sustain, for every single game, the way they shot in the first half last night. But, Jeff, after seeing so many Pirate teams struggle with the zone and shooting from outside, it was awesome to see last night.
Yeah, it really was, and their shooting percentage from three is bumping 40% now, Cliff, so we're excited about that.
Yeah.
Usually it's about 30%, so they've improved a lot in that category, and really neither team played very well to start the game last night, and neither team played very well to start the second half. It was sloppy, and they were turning the ball over, but the Pirates got things corrected, and again, you look at the box score, and you see Vance Jackson had 21 points, and he had a fine game, but Brandon Suggs is really stepping up, and he's a lot of the dirty work for this team, Cliff. He's a big part of this ball club. And, of course, Tristan Newton's numbers speaks for themselves. I mean, he's right at 20 points per game, so he's having a terrific year. But Brandon's a big part of this ball club as well, because he told me on the postgame show, told our listeners the other night, that he really prides himself on doing all the dirty work. He had 3 block shots the other night. He picks up charges, and he dives on the floor. for loose balls, and he rebounds the ball. And so, yeah, Brandon's a big part of this ball club. And, you know, another guy who we've not talked a lot about, who's really quietly having a good year, is Tremont Robinson-White. And Tremont's had his role change this season. He's been coming off the bench rather than starting most of the time. And I asked Coach Dooley about that the other day, because you know how guys are. They all want to start. And he said that, you know, Tremont's been fine about coming off the bench. So I think there's good chemistry with this group this year. I think the guys all get along. And talking with some of the guys, they told me in past years, maybe they didn't do things together off the floor, but pretty much this team does things together off the floor. So I think it's a close-knit group. I think Coach Dooley's got some good players in the program this year, and some really good guys, too.
Yeah, Jeff, you talk about Tremont. I was talking to Cy Seymour yesterday, and with Winston Tabbs out, and they are not sure about his future with the team this year, Cy said Tremont's got to step up, be that leader, be a big-time player off the bench. And he had 4-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio last night. Tristan Newton, 8-to-2 assist-to-turnover ratio last night. So the Pirates had 15 turnovers as a team, but when your guards are putting up those numbers, that is a great sign, and that leads to wins. One more thing, Jeff, and I was not able to follow a lot of last Saturday's game. I heard the end and your call as Tristan Newton hit the shot to win it for the Pirates, but I don't know if he played then. But Marlon Leston, that's the first time I've seen him get action last night. Was that his first game playing for the Pirates last night, or has he got in this season?
Yeah, it was his first time on the floor, Cliff.
Yeah.
He did a nice job. I mean, he didn't score, but
yeah.
He did a good job. I mean, and talking with Coach Dooley after the game, he said he was always in the right place defensively, and did a nice job, rebounded the ball a little bit. So, I mean, he's another young player in the program, just getting his feet wet. And he's raw offensively. They don't expect him to score a whole lot of points, but, you know, he's got a good body, and he's 6'9", and he's learning how to play. And the reason he played last night, Cliff, is because Alonzo Frink has a foot injury, and he has been coming off the bench. And so they're not sure whether or not he will be ready for the game on Saturday. They are hoping he will, but they're not sure. But as you know, he's been giving the Pirates a good lift as well off the bench, and he's a big, strong body in the middle. And so when Luigi DeBow gets in foul trouble or he needs to come out, Frink has been able to come in and do a good job. Well, he wasn't available last night, so that's why the freshman from Canada, Liston, got a chance to come into the ball game and play.
Jeff Charles joining us on the Fixed NC Live Line. It'll be Pirates and Gardner Webb coming up on Saturday as they continue their homestand. And Jeff, I don't know how much you've been following college basketball nationally. You're still kind of in football mode, but Duke knocks off Gonzaga on Friday night. They become the number one team, and then they immediately go out and lose to Ohio State. So this could be one of those years where we see a bunch of different number ones. It looks like Purdue, the Boilers, might be the next team in that spot, and I'm sure they'll be knocked off soon, and it's going to be a topsy-turvy year. We were talking about the parity across college basketball with Cy Seymour yesterday, and it looks like we're going to see that again nationally when it comes to college hoops this year.
Well, I didn't see any of the Duke-Ohio State game, but I was following the score, and I woke up this morning, Cliff, and fully expected to see Duke win that game by 15 points.
Oh, they were in control, Jeff, even late, and just a meltdown at the end of the game.
Well, I was surprised when I saw the score and saw that Ohio State knocked them off, because the Buckeyes aren't even ranked, as you know. So that was a big win for Ohio State. And Purdue, I've not watched them a whole lot this year, but I do know they have those big horses inside. They're very athletic. They're the real deal. This is probably has an opportunity to be the best Purdue team in a long time. And you're right, Gonzaga is still there, and there's still a bunch of other teams that are really good this season as well. But it just seems like we talk about it every year, the parity in college basketball, and I think we're going to see that again this season. I think there's a lot of parity in the American Athletic Conference.
Yeah.
Memphis, of course, is so talented. Houston, you just know they're going to be at the top because Kelvin Sampson does such a great job, and they're so well coached, and they've got a lot of really good players. So even though everybody's talking about Memphis, I think Houston is the team to beat. I've watched Memphis a couple of times this year, Clip, and they kind of look to me like the same old Memphis, that they've got all these great players.
Yep.
They don't always play well together, and they're a turnover machine, and offensively, I can't quite figure out what they're trying to do. So they look to me like they have the last few years, even though they have all of these great players. So maybe Penny Hardaway will bring them around, but they've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, that's a good description of the Tigers. They will lock you down on defense. They have some great athletes. It's just like Memphis of old, where just about every player on the team is 6'7" or above, and they have all the talent in the world. But, man, they can be an eyesore on offense, and as you said, turn it over. So going to be interesting to see them game in, game out, and if they can find some consistency, I'm sure they'll get better as the season rolls along. Talking to Jeff Charles on the Fixed NC Live line, enjoying Pirate hoops and enjoying Pirate football. We got a layoff before the bowl game, and Jeff, I go back to your conversation with the executive director of the Military Bowl when you were there in Annapolis, and he spoke glowingly about the Pirates and the Pirate fans and how he'd love to see them there in Annapolis, and sure enough, that is going to be the case. East Carolina headed to the Military Bowl, and it's one of those cases, Jeff, this is almost like what a bowl game is meant to be, where it's somewhat regional. Fans are going to be able to drive to it. The bowl wants East Carolina. I think East Carolina fans like this bowl as well because they can get to it. So I think it's one of those cases where it works out for both parties, Jeff, the bowl game and the school.
And that's exactly what you want to have, Cliff. I mean, it's got to be good for everybody, and Pirate fans are excited about a bowl because it's been 7 years since East Carolina has been to a bowl game. I think you have to throw that into the equation as well as to why there is excitement for this game, and the fact that it's after Christmas, too. Sometimes these bowls before Christmas are kind of hard for people to get to, but now you can have Christmas Day with your family, and Pirate fans throughout eastern North Carolina, the Mid-Atlantic region, can leave on the 26th, have Christmas out of the way, and get up there the night of the 26th for the game at 2:30 the next day. So I think all of that works together, and then if the Pirates play, let's say, a Virginia Tech, and I hear a lot of the players and I hear a lot of the fans saying they hope that it is Virginia Tech in the bowl game, I think that might spur ticket sales even more, and from what I understand, ticket sales are going well. And you're right, there was a good crowd of Pirate fans up there for the Navy game. I really thought there were more fans up there than I thought there might be. I didn't really hear a number, but just looking across the way from where we were in the booth, I would think there were probably 1,500 Pirate fans up there for that game. And that was a good representation, and Military Bowl people, believe me, took note of that. And they know what the Pirates did fan-wise when they went up there to the Military Bowl and played Maryland a number of years ago. So ECU has a good reputation, as we know, of traveling to bowl games, and that's why it's important to continue to have some big numbers and sell some tickets for this game. But you're right, Clip. I genuinely feel a sense of excitement for the game, whether it be Virginia Tech or Virginia or Boston College or Louisville or North Carolina, of course. You don't have to say any more about that. It's going to be interesting to see who they pair the Pirates up with, and we should know on Sunday.
Jeff, last night at the basketball game, Warren Saba, Pirate DB, walked in front of my row and said hello to him and congratulated him on his 2 interceptions in his last game at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. That was awesome to see for Warren. And they fought with the Bearcats. Outside of that second quarter, the Pirates went toe-to-toe with Cincinnati, but the better team won that Friday at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. And I've asked the players this, Jeff, when they joined us on the Players Lounge this week. I'll ask you, when you watch that game live in front of you unfold, did they look different than other teams East Carolina's faced this year? Did they look like a top 4, top 5 team in the country when you saw them with your eyeballs, Jeff?
Yes, they did, Clip. I think they're really good. I really do. And that game got away from the Pirates in the second quarter when they gave up those 3 touchdowns. I mean, they were right there. And then the floodgates opened, and the Pirates had some problems pass defense-wise, and that's been the problem this year. Now, the defense is so much better, as we know, but their pass defense stats really aren't that good. And when you have a quarterback like Desmond Ridder, he's such a good player, and he's so experienced now. He got on a roll, as we saw, and the Pirates had trouble covering some of those Cincinnati receivers, and he picked them apart. And the next thing you knew, the Pirates were down 21-3 at halftime, and it was going to be really difficult to come back on that Cincinnati defense. That defense, Clip, is the real deal at Cincinnati. They've got a bunch of NFL draft picks on that side of the ball, and I mean some high NFL draft picks. Sanders, the defensive end, they're saying he's going to be a first-round pick. Ahmad Gardner, the corner, they're saying he's going to be a first-round pick. I mean, these guys are the real deal on defense, and that's why I give them a chance if, and let's hope they do, for their sake, get into the college football playoff. I really think they can match up defensively with a lot of the teams that they might play. Offensively, they're probably not as stout, but still, when you've got a quarterback like Ritter, he's so experienced and he's so good throwing the ball, and he's also so good with his feet, making things happen. They're going to be a handful for anybody. And I know everybody will say, well, Georgia and Alabama is at another level, and maybe Michigan too. But I really do think Cincinnati can hang in there and give those schools a good game. And we saw what they did with Georgia last year. I mean, they had Georgia on the ropes. It looked like that they were going to beat Georgia, and then the Bulldogs came from behind, as you remember, late in that game and just kind of eked it out. So Cincinnati is the real deal. I think they're really good, and to answer your question, yes, to me they look like a team that's in the top 4 or 5 in the country, and I just hope they get a chance to prove it.
Jeff, we'll wrap it up. Look, I don't even know if you have where to begin on the coaching carousel. It's crazy every year, but when you see Lincoln Riley leave Oklahoma for USC, when Brian Kelly leaves Notre Dame, of all places, for LSU, it's absolutely nuts. And we were talking about Luke Fickell yesterday at the beginning of the show, and then a story came out that Notre Dame potentially is going to wait and see what happens with Cincinnati and let it play out and go after Luke Fickell and maybe make him the head coach there at Notre Dame. This thing is wild, Jeff. I don't know. Any thoughts on what's transpired over these last few days with the coaching world?
Well, I wrote a commentary that will run, one of our visits from the booth that will run a December clip on Pirate Radio. And I mentioned the fact that when this Michigan State alum walked into the Spartan athletic office a few weeks ago and had a check out of his personal account for $32 million, and he handed it to the athletic personnel at Michigan State and said, give it to the coach, give it to Mel Tucker, and this will start the ball rolling for him to get a new contract. And then a few days later, he gets $95 million for 10 years. And I said to myself at that point, this is going to be a brand new era in college football as far as coaching salaries are concerned. They're already astronomical, but I thought this was going to take it to another level, and I think that's what we have seen when Michigan State, which is a very good football program in the Big Ten, obviously, but not one of the blue blood college football programs in America, when they're paying their coach $95 million, well, what is it USC going to pay their coach, or Alabama, or LSU, or Notre Dame? I mean, they're going to end up paying more money than that. So these guys got Michigan State, I think, to thank for doing what he did. And you're right, it is crazy. Who would have ever thought that coaches in college football would be making this kind of money? And I remember years and years ago, Steve Logan, winningest coach in Pirate football history, told me, I never thought I would make more than $50,000 a year coaching college football. And that's the way it was back in the day. I don't think Woody Hayes ever made over $50,000 a year at Ohio State. Now, I know this was a different time and a different place, but he was winning all those national championships. And that's my point, is that's all college coaches were making years ago. Well, we've seen what it is now, and I'm so happy for Lincoln because he's such a very nice young man. And you talk about coaches and where they might go, Clip. Well, a guy like Lincoln, who we know well, he has the kind of personality that he can coach anywhere in the country. He could coach in the SEC, he can coach in the West Coast, he could coach in the Big Ten, he could coach in the Northeast, because Lincoln is just that kind of person that he would adapt well and fit in well wherever he is. Now, some of these guys probably can't, and that's what I wonder about Luke Fickell. I mean, he is such a Midwest Ohio guy. I don't know if he wants to coach even in the SEC, or I don't know if he would even want to coach on the West Coast. So you have to look at the personalities, and you have to look at the fit, and you have to see where these guys actually do fit in. And some of them fit in more places than others. So we'll just have to wait and see how all of that transpires. But Luke Fickell, right now, his bargaining power and his appeal, it'll never be higher than it is right now. So we'll see if he stays in Cincinnati or moves on.
Jeff, I had a feeling you might have an inside the booth coming up on this topic, so looking forward to hearing that right here on Pirate Radio. Jeff, enjoyed the chat as always. Have a great rest of your week, and guess we'll hear from you on the broadcast coming up with East Carolina basketball this weekend, and we'll talk to you once again on Pirate Radio here soon, voice.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot, Clip.
All right, Jeff Charles joining us today on the Fixed NC live line. We mentioned it there, but programming alert, guest alert. We will be talking to former ECU assistant basketball coach and now the current head coach at Gardner-Webb, Tim Kraft, coming up Thursday on Pirate Radio Live. Let's take a timeout, come back. We'll wrap up hour number 2 and get you set for a big hour number 3 with Bryce Williams and the Treasure Chest opening up for the first time in 2021. We'll be back to wrap up hour 2 when we return after this.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
Sawyer's Fun Park is the place to be this holiday season. You know the kids already love it, but now the adults can have fun too. Visit the brand new expanded patio at Sawyer's Fun Park. On Wednesdays, it's karaoke. Thursday is open mic night, and Friday and Saturday evenings always feature live music. Let the kids have a blast hanging out at Sawyer's Fun Park, and now you can have as much fun too. And remember, it's never too early to buy gift cards. Sawyer's Fun Park, fun for kids of all ages, including adults. Sawyer's Fun Park on Corey Road in Winterville.
This is a public notice, only at Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Every single item must be sold at pennies on the dollar, up to 75% off mattresses, furniture, wall to wall. Only at Discount Mattress and Furniture, all wood chest, $99. Computer desk, $99. Nightstands, $49. Dinette sets, table and 4 chairs, $199. Chairs, end tables, coffee tables, $20. Hurry, when it's gone, it's gone. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The UPS store in Winterville is now open on Fire Tower Road, across from Marabella Pizza and beside Subway. Trust the UPS store in Winterville with pack and ship guarantee and same-day printing. When it comes to shipping, the UPS store in Winterville has everything you need in one place. The boxes, the packing material, and all the assistance along with on-site notary, passport photos, and business and printing service and freight. The UPS store, now open in Winterville 7 days a week. The UPS store in Winterville is your premier location. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
We're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, and older. That's always a good combination.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
Funky dope. Funky dope.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. You work hard for your money at Carolina Wealth Management. We believe that your money should work hard for you. Do you know if it is? To learn more about your investment portfolio, go to mycarolinawealth.com to schedule a free consultation. That's mycarolinawealth.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Flip Brock.
All right, wrapping up hour 2 of our program. Let's hear a little bit more Joe Dooley, Shirley, before we head into hour 3, because we're going to have a lot of football talk in hour 3 with Bryce Williams. We'll also go Pirate Radio Outdoors and open up the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest. Pirates coming off a 1-point, 63-62 victory last night over Old Dominion, 6-2. Pirates are 5-0 at the friendly confines of Minges Coliseum. And last night, the Pirates were without big man Alonzo Frink, and he had a good game. He played well against Old Dominion in the first game and has been a big presence inside. And Joe Dooley was asked last night if that injury is a short-term thing, and here was his response. Cut 6.
We're hoping. I mean, he did it in practice the other day and came in the next day and was swelled up a little bit. So out of caution, we held him out. Unfortunately, I mean, that would have been a good game for him. Thought this was a really good game for him, and good physical, big guys. And I think the other thing is he's crafty along the baseline. He's a good passer, and he's really smart. But he also seals and creates a lot of problems defensively.
It happens everywhere, but him going down and Winston Tabbs being unable to play to start this season and potentially moving on the rest of the season. Still no confirmed word on his status, but not looking good right now for Winston Tabbs. It feels like Pirate basketball is bit by this all the time, every single year. Last night, we mentioned this earlier, in South Carolina when these two teams met, Pirates got a lead. Old Dominion cut it to 5, I think, a few times, but never got within 5. Last night, they were able to take a double-digit Pirate lead and actually take the lead late in the game, but Brandon Suggs got the ball inside, put it in, that put East Carolina ahead for good, and Joe Dooley talked about Old Dominion coming back, taking the lead late in the game, and East Carolina responding.
It is, and I thought Brandon made when he came, a little earlier in the second half, you recall, he drove when he was off balance and traveled. Now he gets the same move, and this time he comes to a good 2-foot stop, gets to a spot on balance, and makes a heck of a shot. It was a big-time play, and his balance was really good, but it was also, he concentrated, got downhill, 2-foot stop, elevated, made a heck of a shot.
All right, there you go. And East Carolina getting the win last night over Old Dominion. Up next for the Pirates, it'll be Gardner-Webb coming up Saturday, December 4th. After that, a Tuesday date with North Carolina A&T. And then, interesting one, Friday, December 17th. This will be a 1:30 tip-off on ESPN+. Liberty taking on East Carolina. There'll be a lot of games that day at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte. So a neutral site game on the 17th, and then the Pirates will wrap up their non-conference slate against Southern Miss on the 21st, and we'll welcome in Wichita State for the conference opener, 7 o'clock on December 29th. That's a Wednesday. Might have to do one of those things where I push trivia back to like 9:30 or something. I don't know. I want to be there at that Wichita State game because Igo and I are already calling ECU's win. They always upset a team at home every year. Last year it was Houston. They've taken down Cincinnati. They've taken down Temple. They've taken down Memphis. Never got Wichita State. This is the year for that to happen on Wednesday, December 29th.
Can I go ahead and reserve my spot in Section 213?
Yes, you may.
Thanks.
All right.
Enjoyed sitting with your dad and meeting your dad last night finally. I haven't been able to meet your dad, but last night I was able to meet Clip Brock.
Big Pirate basketball fan.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll have a lot of memories this year in Section 213, Chandler.
Oh yeah, can't wait to get that wild crew in there.
And hopefully,
riled up.
Not hopefully because I like having all the space I need, but maybe we'll have more people join us once the conference games roll around because it's kind of lonely up there.
I kind of like it.
I kind of do too, but for ticket sales and noise, we could use a few more people up there.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt anything.
Absolutely.
All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. Hour 3 on tap. Get ready. Treasure chest will open up. Bryce Williams will be alongside, and we'll have a fun Hour 3 on the way on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. I want to invite you to join our team on Saturday, February 5th for our 2022 Pirate Baseball Banquet. This event will be hosted by Pirate Radio's Brian Bailey, and we have 2 former ECU greats as our keynote speakers. Current first base coach for the Dodgers, Clayton McCullough, and current Oriole, Connor Norby. We will have a silent auction and an autograph hour at the ECU Student Center. The meal will be provided by the famous McCall's Barbecue and Seafood. All proceeds from the banquet will go directly to ECU Baseball. Get your tickets today at ECUPirates.com. Go Pirates.
0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero. 0 alcohol, 0 compromise.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with 0 interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Eastern North Carolina's choice, live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, then Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Kinetic has nationally certified therapists for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy, all in a state-of-the-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com for more information. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Barat.
All right, Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock and Bryce Williams inside the Pirate Radio studios. Hadn't seen Bryce in a couple weeks, getting his stuff situated over there.
And yeah, this chair keeps on spinning on me.
All right.
Some breaks.
Get all that settled.
I think we're good now.
Good to go. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did, yeah. Very tasty.
Very tasty. That's the sign of a good Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Talked to you on the phone last Wednesday, and we'll catch up on what Bryce has been up to in the field or in the water. This time of year when we go Pirate Radio Outdoors, I understand we have a Pirate Radio Indoors update as well to get to.
We do, yep.
So we got a lot to talk about. And Bryce, we are opening up the Pirate Radio treasure chest for the first time this year. So we're going to do that later on this hour. We got some awesome prizes. We'll run over the prize list. In fact, let's do that right now, just so Bryce is aware of what we're giving away this year inside the treasure chest. And we're going to make a winner very lucky today when they win one of these items, Bryce. And Shirley, you want to run it down with me?
Are we going in the same pattern as we did before?
Let's go you, me.
Okay. All right. Here we go. 12 large pizzas from Domino's of Greenville.
Pirate gift basket from UBE.
Takeout party for 10 from Parker's Barbecue.
$100 gift card from Emporium.
$100 gift card from Chico's.
Lazy Boy recliner from Bostic Sugg Furniture.
$100 gift card to ENS Hemp Company.
$100 gift card to Fresh Vibes.
A $100 gift card to Fleet Feet.
Ultimate party package from Sawyer's Fun Park with a $360 value.
$200 gift card to Factory Mattress.
$140 gift card to Revive Health and Wellness.
Gift basket to Naughty Dog Brewing Company.
$100 gift card to Tiebreakers.
$100 in gift cards to Dap House, Christie's Europub, Sidebar, or Jarvis Street Bottle Shop.
Man, we were going well.
I know.
$100 gift card to Halo.
$100 gift card to Bagel Man.
One free year VIP subscription to Hoist the Colors with a $107 value. All that is in the treasure chest, Bryce. We have one prize in this envelope, and we will open up the chest later this hour. Someone will call in. They'll go on the air with us. We'll open this up, and you will tell them what they have won.
Right on.
So that's the plan for later on this hour. Excitement time. And also, Shirley, sometime this season, people can get a little cranky and can resort to violence. That is Mike Houston there. Bryce, where'd you watch the game? Did you go to the game Friday?
So I ended up going. So we were at Wednesday.
That's right.
I talked to y'all Wednesday, and then it was Friday. I thought we were going to be staying in Winston much longer, but I was like, well, heck, Mom was working, Dad was helping my brother, and I said, well, shoot, game's at 3:30. Why not make the trek here? And went to the game. So it was, we got there, of course, a little late because we had left from Winston directly, went home to change and pack.
Well, the first quarter was the best part. Did you miss that?
I know. I mean, I saw the whole game.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I was able to see the whole game. And that was just, really nice to be back in the stadium. And because it's been, 2 years, I guess you would call it. And decent little fan attendance.
For the game after Thanksgiving, that is the best East Carolina has been able to bring in as far as fans with the students out and everything. It looked like and sounded like a good environment. And man, the Pirate fans were into it early when East Carolina had a 3-0 lead heading into the second quarter, and that's kind of when everything changed.
Most definitely, and it was a little bummer because we thought we were rolling pretty good, and then when you have a block punt, which it didn't really affect us. Thankfully, they didn't make anything of it because I think they missed that field goal. If I'm following that right, so thank goodness because I remember hearing a stat which obviously ended up winning, but it was like 90%
of the time, if a team gets a block punt, they'll have more likely to win.
Well, it was kind of a precursor to what was coming up later in the game with a blocked field goal.
Oh my gosh, 2 blocked field goals, right? And which is unreal. They haven't had one blocked all year, and then all of a sudden we get a block, and the one that gets returned for the touchdown. That was kind of the heartbreaker there, or the dagger, I guess you could say, and they snapped it right off in us. But yeah, I mean, it was exciting. I mean, it feels better. Well, never a loss feels good, but we were 7-5. We already solidified a bowl, which is good. But you're just like, my gosh, like these just little things, that I felt like we were doing. I was just beating ourselves and things like that. So it was a little frustrating to kind of keep an eye on. And I thought we were about to be hot with Ryan Jones, and as he was going in the first.
Oh yeah, got off to a great start.
Half, I was like, okay, we're about to be doing something. Then we kind of just stopped, I feel like. So
he finished with 5 catches for 70 yards and wraps up a good year for him. We saw some signs here and there from Shane Calhoun, but with those guys returning, you feel pretty good about the tight end position.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, we've definitely did well with Shane Calhoun, and Ryan Jones definitely came out to impressed me with his athleticism and things like that. Shane as well. So it feels good to know they're returning.
And Ryan Jones was a defensive player at Oklahoma. This is his first time playing tight end, in college football. So he's only going to get better, you would think, right? And he got better as the season went along.
Yeah. What year is he? Do we know?
Well, the years are so crazy now.
I guess how many more years do we have?
Right. Yeah. So he is listed as a junior. So he will be back
next year. But I mean, to have that I think he did really well. Especially in the receiving aspect of tight ends. Just for this 1 year. So I mean, the difference from I think even my junior year to senior year was significant, because obviously you're even more comfortable. And what he did, he already showed he can make things happen with the ball. So I'm definitely excited to see what he's got. At first, this coming bowl game, but definitely next year as a senior.
Bryce Williams joining us. Bryce, was kind of like I compared it to when a baseball team loses a game late in the year, but the second place team loses, so they clinch their playoff spot. Because shortly after the loss, East Carolina learns they're going to the Military Bowl. So we talked to the players, and it went from kind of subdued to, all right, let's go. We got another one. We're ready to go. And it's a long wait, Bryce. You got to go all the way past Christmas to the 27th of December.
Yeah, goodness gracious.
The Pirates have been off since Sunday and will practice for the first time this postseason coming up on Thursday. So the bowl practices begin. What, if anything, do you remember about bowl practices and how they differ from your regular practices?
Well, these guys definitely have a long. I don't know. Are they going to get a break or something to go home? Assume, but
they didn't really know the schedule yet now, because they're going to be spending Christmas in D.C. So
but as far as the bowl practices, I mean, it was fun. Fun little atmosphere. For sure. I mean, because as we've mentioned, we're especially in my mindset was we're still here to win another game, especially and to prove it to another team we've never played. It's kind of a not an arrogance feel, but just that competitive, like, hey, like our conference is better than where you're coming from, and we've never played you,
especially when it's an ACC team. Gonna roll in there.
Yeah, for sure. So that that'd be fun. Which hopefully we don't play Carolina. Hopefully it's some team she hasn't played in several years or something.
It looks like Virginia Tech could be the team. It still could be Virginia, BC, others, but Virginia Tech, I don't know if you remember, Bryce, basically said they're going to stop scheduling East Carolina after ECU didn't make the trip. There was a hurricane. It was a whole big thing. So to get them on the schedule, it sounds like that's what a lot of fans want and the team wants as well.
Yeah, I mean, it would be exciting to kind of, because we haven't played them since, was it my senior year?
We played them after you've been gone, I believe. Okay. Scotty Moe played them. Okay. So.
Oh, yeah, we lost that, didn't we? I think. But, Virginia Tech would be cool. But, as far as the bowl practice and everything, it still feels the same. It's long, kind of feels like spring ball in a way, because it's such a long time playing against the same guy, having, in front of you every day for, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So when the game finally gets here, it's like, all right, thank goodness, like we got through that. We did, some of the younger guys would get, more reps and things just to, just get comfortable with the playbook and just, like I said, just get more reps. But you're definitely looking forward to the game, and it's a little monotonous just because it's like, all right, weekend, okay, we're got a scrimmage or whatever it may be. But it was still exciting because you had some activity. You didn't just go to your dorm and kill time. You had events to go to during the bowl practices and things like that. And then the events were, it's really fun. You get to, be around the other team and then just different activities. It's a good time. So it breaks up that kind of monotony of.
And you were here. You went to Louisiana, Beef O'Brady's, and Birmingham back to back to back, right? Mm-hmm. So the year you missed the bowl game, you were a senior anyway and heading out. So you probably were getting ready for working out for the NFL at that point anyway, right?
Yeah, starting that, I went. The Senior Bowl was January, whenever that was might have been. So I was sort of I was looking back, I wish obviously I would have gone to a bowl game my senior year. It allowed me to kind of rest my body before the Senior Bowl and all the training that was to come and everything like that. But once the season went over, it's like I had bigger things ahead to try and get ready for.
So when you're around these opposing teams, Louisiana, Ohio, and Florida, and you're at these pregame events the week before, is everything? Hey buddy, how's it going? Does it get a little competition going? Like, what's it like?
I think it is funny, like when you go to these events, nothing ever really popped off, or I'm sure some of the guys.
But y'all are young, cocky guys. You're looking at them like, man.
It is like you go into say when the first orientation thing or whatever we went to. And you're kind of sizing them up, thinking, I'm better than you, I know I am, and things like that. Or dadgum, that son of a gun's big, but then he doesn't even play, so it's funny. Like that, one of the most intimidating people don't play, which is
they just bring him out to intimidate.
Oh yeah,
and then they don't put
exactly. Him so it is funny. It is. When you first see him, it is. It's like, yeah, okay. I wonder who's who. You kind of look at the rosters, thinking so you could put a face with a number, position, and things like that.
I've been hearing about that guy. He ain't that big as I thought he'd be. Yeah.
This is 250. He looks like him 230. Just things like that. But I think the defensive guys definitely were a little more mouthier, like they always are towards the opponent.
Sometimes we always get back to Zeke,
Jayhawk, probably.
Oh God!
For some reason, those guys are coming to my attention. Will maybe, but nothing too harsh.
And look, Big Bryce is here if you need backup. Just call me up, boys. I'll be ready. Let me know.
Yeah, it is just a good time. I'm excited for the guys. I know we accepted the Military Bowl right away.
We might have been the first team to accept a bowl bid. I've seen Memphis is going to Hawaii, but a lot of these are going to be. We don't even know our opponent yet. A lot of these will be announced on Sunday.
Real anxious. I wonder. It would have bbeen kind of nice to know what our options were. Thankfully for me, it was it was always nice to be home. Every bowl went to 4, so every year it was I think the 22nd. It landed on the 22nd, 23rd, and heck, I was home for Christmas
before Christmas.
Yeah, which was great. To be able to do that and have to spend Christmas in some other place, which obviously. In those situations, like for Thanksgiving when we're here, they got the staff and everything. They do a great job of having that family feel and dinners or meals and things. So I'm sure it wouldn't be terrible to obviously be away from the family during Christmas, but I enjoyed being home for Christmas.
Bryce, you went through an offensive coordinator leaving for another job, which, by the way, that same guy, Lincoln Riley, has now left for another head coaching job.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't remember Ruffin McNeil's name being out there for other jobs. It just felt like he was going to be the Pirate coach until they told him to leave.
Oh, my goodness,
which we didn't think would be when it happened in 2015. But this year, Mike Houston's name, what happens when you win? Well, other teams start to look at you. Other schools start to notice you and think about, hey, that guy could fit in pretty well here.
Right.
Well, his name was mentioned with Virginia Tech, and you've kind of heard it with Duke as well. Sounds like John Gilbert, and we'll talk to John Gilbert, by the way, coming up Thursday on Pirate Radio Live, but they're working on an extension and a raise for Houston and his assistants to make sure he stays here and keeps on building what he's got going on.
Most definitely. I was hearing that, and I was kind of like, man, really?
Like our first time we get success.
Yeah, for the first season the team had success, and already gonna leave. I was like, my gosh, that means I start all the way over with that. Just everything as we've seen that comes with new staff. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I hopefully he stays, and hopefully we've got something coming, in the coming years with him, and he makes ECU at least a 10-year or something.
Well, you think about it now, Bryce. So Cincinnati, UCF, Houston are on to the Big 12, but they'll be playing in the AAC next year. UCF quarterback Dylan Gabriel has entered the transfer portal. You've got Luke Fickell, who could be heading to Notre Dame. But either way, Cincinnati's going to be good. They're losing Desmond Ridder. They're losing a lot, but they still should be good. And Houston with Dana Holgerson will probably be pretty good next year, too. But East Carolina right now, I keep saying this, preseason next year, they'll probably be picked third. And if Houston and Cincinnati move on to the Big 12, East Carolina will probably be picked first in the AAC next year.
Wow.
I mean, that's how far they've come from kind of the basement to knocking on the door to the powers of the American. And I think that's just a fantastic sign of where this thing's headed.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. As you just mentioned, now sort of thinking back to the season. And, I mean, we've had frustrating things. It wasn't like we've had, been blown out by any means like we have in the past.
Yep.
And the team's been playing really well. It's just little things here and there that have unfortunately drastically determined the outcome of the game. But it seems like we have, for the most part, fixed some of those mental mistakes, what decisions to make when needed, which is a huge step already, for the program and, for a 7-win game, 7-win season. When it was kind of like, okay, what's going to happen here in the very beginning, for the guys to have the season they did this year. I mean, and then to follow up next year, we've got how many? I guess about several returners, right?
Oh, yeah.
Assuming like almost the whole.
Well, and we'll see with the transfer portal and all that.
Right.
You never know these days. But on paper, a very young team that's going to be returning a lot of starters all across the board.
And hopefully the guys that that we've been playing us, certainly they wouldn't transfer. Simply guys who don't get the opportunities or aren't happy with that and didn't really have an effect on the team. So transfer if you want, whatever. But it's exciting to see how we ended the season. And, obviously to win the bowl game would be huge for the university. But, I mean, it'd be nice to keep piling those on as the years to come, especially with how young our team is.
Former Pirate Bryce Williams joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. We'll go Pirate Radio Outdoors later on in the show. And it's 5:25. I mean, it's now the time.
It's now or never.
Shirley?
I think it's time.
Uh-oh.
It's time to open up the Pirate Radio treasure chest.
And here we go.
Shirley, are we doing caller what?
Caller 12.
All right,
caller
12 at 317-1250. Call in now to be the first winner of the 2021 Pirate Radio treasure chest. You will talk to Shirley, give her your info, and stay on the line. And then Bryce Williams and I will open up and reveal your prize live on the air. So 317-1250, call in now. The treasure chest is back open for business, and we're ready to make you a winner, and we'll find out who our winner is right after this.
Emporium presents A Very Beer Christmas.
'Tis the season to be drinking. Fa la 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 la.
Give the gift of beer this holiday season. Emporium is offering a special 12 Beers of Christmas box. 12 Beers of Christmas is a specialty curated 12-pack of beers from different breweries. The 12 Beers of Christmas will have many styles and lots are limited release. One beer for each day up to Christmas. Stop by Emporium today on Dickinson Avenue and also on Facebook and Instagram. In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness. What's new, Dr. Jones?
Yes, we just added 6,000 more square feet of gym space where we're now able to offer our athletic movement programs. They're age-specific programs that help you develop speed, power, agility, and strength to give you that athletic edge. So come by and see us at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness on Arlington Boulevard or check us out online at kptonline.com. That's kptonline.com.
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number one.
Pizza. What you got there, Dad? Oh, man, the new Bacon Mania lineup from Papa John's. Oh, it's the triple bacon pizza, topped with full strips of bacon. Woo, that smell of bacon through the house has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
You'll save a whole lot of money with Christmas cash savings from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Spruce up your home in style and save up to 15% off store-wide, plus 6 months special financing, or choose 48 months special financing. Give yourself the gift of better sleep on a new mattress with 48 months special financing, plus a wide selection of in-stock and top-of-the-line Serta and Restonic mattresses. Don't miss Christmas cash savings going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulp of Mexico, a huge 46-ounce lime margarita for only $6.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville, and now available through DoorDash, featuring a half-gallon of the famous margarita mix to go for only $9.99. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park, or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals is your one-stop shop for weddings, anniversaries, corporate events, family reunions, birthday parties, or any celebration with friends and family. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals has the widest selection of tents, tables, chairs, linens, china, concession equipment, bounce rides, games, staging, wedding equipment, dance floors, and so much more. At ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, we help people get together. Call today at 756-7903. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, locally owned and operated on Diamond Drive in Greenville near Agri Supply and Equipment Plus.
This is Stephen Igo, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report for today. The Dow was down 461 points and closed at 34,022. NASDAQ was down 283 points at 15,254, and the S&P fell 53 and closed at 4,513. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you. Bryce Williams, carrying on the tradition of talking as we come back into the show. A tradition unlike any other. ECU women's basketball team has been good at home this year, hadn't lost a game. They have not won a game on the road. We'll see if they can change that tonight as they take on VCU coming up at 6 o'clock. Quick look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Bryce, you need to get to Minges as the basketball Pirates 6-2 this year. They have not lost a game at home either, so we'll have to get you into Minges at some point. All right, we opened up the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest for the first time in 2021, and we'll be doing this every day, sometimes giving away more than one prize on an episode of Pirate Radio Live. So lock us in all of December for your chance to win. But We do have our first winner of the year, and that winner is on the Fixed NC Live line. And that winner is Carrie Brown. Carrie, congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Carrie, have you ever won out of the treasure chest before?
Yes, but it's been a long time.
Do you remember what your prize was?
I won the UBE gift basket.
Oh, nice. All right. That is, I believe, once again available this year. So that is on the line. Carrie will, run down the prizes again real quick, Shirley?
Sure.
All right. So here's what's in the treasure chest this year. Carrie, you got 12 large pizzas from Domino's of Greenville.
Pirate gift basket from a UBE.
Takeout party for 10 from Parker's Barbecue.
$100 gift card from Emporium.
$100 gift card from Chico's.
Lazy Boy recliner from Bostic Sug Furniture.
$100 gift card to E&S Hemp Company.
$100 gift card to Fresh Vibes.
$100 gift card to Fleet Feet.
Ultimate party package from Sawyer's Fun Park.
$200 gift card to Factory Mattress.
$140 gift card to Revive Health and Wellness.
Gift basket to Naughty Dog Brewing Company.
$100 gift card to Tiebreakers.
$100 in gift cards to Dap House, Christie's Hero Pub, Sidebar, Jarvis Street Bottle Shop.
$100 gift card to Halo Home.
$100 gift card to Bagel Man.
And a free 1-year VIP subscription to Hoist the Colors.
All right, Carrie, so you are winner number one, so there's a lot of stuff in this treasure chest. Anything in particular?
The Polar Express movie. It's like the Polar Express movie.
What, if anything, is standing out to you? Anything in particular you're hoping to get?
I can't complain about any of it. My 11-year-old, who is absolutely dumbfounded sitting beside me, that I was able to get in, would probably go for the Air U.
Okay. Or the Sawyer's Fun Park. Yeah. That would be huge. All right, let me ask this, because if I don't, Troy will be upset with me.
Uh-oh.
He loves to chat up the listeners. And Bryce, if you have any questions for Carrie, please let us know. Carrie, what do you do here in around town?
I actually work at Alliance One International as an enterprise systems manager.
All right.
Out of Farmville?
Out of Farmville. Well, actually, I'm virtual now. I'm working from home.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
All right.
Alliance One is based in Farmville.
Sounds like a cool business card to have. A lot of titles there.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Bryce, any questions?
I'm drawing a blank.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's open it up. We got our mini chest here. Right here on the table.
We need to build one.
Yeah. Could you do that during the week? Maybe build us a big
try
chest.
that, actually, you got me all curious.
All right. There's your homework. All right, Bryce. I'm going to open up this envelope here.
Oh, it's folded up.
Yeah. I'm going to unfold this, and you are going to tell Carrie what she has won on this Wednesday.
I tell you, Carrie, you got you a good one here. You got a $100 gift card to Tiebreakers.
All right.
Hello?
She there? Carrie, $100 gift card to Tiebreakers. What do you think?
That's awesome. That's a gift for me, not my son.
Sorry, you'll have to wait.
Give you a look there.
Yeah, I have to wait till Christmas. A lot of great food at Tiebreakers. We've been enjoying that all season long on the fifth quarter, and a great place to watch a game. So, Carrie, congratulations. We will get this to you, and hope you have a happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
You too. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you.
Carrie Brown, our first winner on the 2021 Pirate Radio Treasure Chest, a $100 gift card to Tiebreakers. And I had the Barnyard Burger last week, and it was phenomenal. I like an egg on my burger, Bryce. How about you?
Oh, goodness. You get me. If I could choose every topping, if they made a burger that had everything, it would be a foot tall. I mean,
yeah, I went there one night, and I sat at the bar, and I was looking at the menu, and I usually just get wings at Tiebreakers, and I was looking at the burgers, and I was like, man, all these burgers look great. And I just looked at the guy beside me. I said, hey, he was eating a burger. I said, what burger do you have? He said, it's the best one on the menu, the Barnyard Burger. And he's like, it's got an egg on it, if you don't mind an egg. I was like, I don't mind.
Especially if it's over easy egg.
Yeah.
I got
a little oozy.
You know what was awesome? I broke out, so we got it to go. I got it here in the studio. Went to eat it. Picked it up, and the yolk started like dripping out.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, I'm in for a good time.
Golly, that's good. You can't have an egg on a burger. I feel like if it's not like over easy, or, oozing.
Boy.
But the one that's good is it the breakfast burger or the waffle burger? It's between two waffles.
Yeah, I hadn't had that one.
And like the maple aioli they put on there, it's got like sugar crunch to it and the bacon. And is there an egg on it? I don't know if there's.
I feel like we talk a lot about food and we get hungry when you join us on Wednesdays. We do this every day.
I know, and it's wonderful. God, they need to throw in. If there's not an egg on it, I should know. But I'm making a recommendation to Tiebreakers. They didn't put an egg on that burger.
There probably is. But if not, Bryce Williams says do it right now.
Please.
All right. I tell you what, Shirley. Congratulations, Carrie Brown. Let's take another timeout. We'll come back. We'll go Pirate Radio Outdoors with a special edition of Pirate Radio Indoors with Bryce Williams as we roll on a Wednesday. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 GMC Sierra 1500. Save up to $3,000 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
In studio with Jessica from Fresh Vibes. What's new?
We have been keeping Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina healthy for over 5 years now, offering fresh juices, healthy smoothies, salads, soups, sandwiches, acai parfaits, and the best part, we source organic and local. So if you're looking to get healthy, stay healthy, or jumpstart your health journey, come see us at one of our 2 locations, on Charles Boulevard near McAllister's Deli, or across from Physicians East on Arlington Boulevard, or order online at localfreshvibes.com. Fresh Vibes, where local meets fresh.
There are times in our lives when we feel like we have hit rock bottom with nowhere to go, but that is actually when God is closest to us and building us into who we are meant to be. Hi, I'm Holt Nailers, and that's how Built When Broken was formed. BuiltWhenBroken.com is an apparel brand to remind people not only where they've come from, but also where they are going. Visit BuiltWhenBroken.com to get the latest BWB apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. BuiltWhenBroken.com, apparel for our walk through life.
This year, US Cellular is making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Burgers, wings, hand-cut, hand-breaded chicken tenders, fresh salads, and cold beer is the starting lineup at Tiebreakers and has been keeping customers happy for 20 years. Tiebreakers family atmosphere is the perfect place to come watch your favorite team play while enjoying a great lunch or dinner. In a hurry or looking for catering options? Get Tiebreakers to go. That now includes the new curbside pickup by ordering online at tiebreakersnc.com. Tiebreakers.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers. Football is back! Just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi? Is back, baby! I really missed this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan. Not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we cater? Let us cater your next private event, church gathering, or backyard party. From traditional pig pickings to regular chopped barbecue, Parker's has anything you need. Parker's, where you're always treated like family.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your Buccaneer scoreboard in terms of top 25 college basketball. Number 6 Villanova is at Pennsylvania at 7 o'clock. Seton Hall will host Wagner at 7. Number 18 Memphis is on the road at Georgia for a 7:15 tip-off. Number 22 Michigan State will host Louisville at 7:15. Number 14 Florida will face off against Oklahoma at 8 o'clock. And number 12 BYU will travel to Utah Valley. That's a 9 o'clock tip-off. And North Carolina will host number 24 Michigan tonight in the Big Ten ACC Challenge. That tip-off is slated for 9:15. That is a look at your Buck scoreboard, brought to you by the Buccaneer Music Hall. It's your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in eastern North Carolina. The hall is open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night, and now during football season, they have food trucks during the day. Follow the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for an updated schedule, and we will see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. We just made Carrie our first winner of the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest, a $100 gift card to Tiebreakers. And how about this? Here at Pirate Radio, we bring people together. Josh says, I met my now fiance last year at Tiebreakers when I went in to use the gift card I won last year on Pirate Radio. How about that? We're changing lives.
Wow. Matchmakers.
Wow.
So
outstanding.
There's a chance for you, Chandler.
Well, I'm waiting. I need to quit this job and try to win the treasure chest.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't win. So I don't know though. Maybe you'll be watching the your Carolina Panthers at Tiebreakers one day, and a lucky lady will
cry with me over a loss.
Wait, are you crying about Cam Newton too?
Here's my shoulder. You can use my shoulder to cry on.
You would be the one crying on her shoulder, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Way. All right. Hey, good story there, Josh. Cool, neat story. Thank you. All right, Bryce, we were just talking during the break about deer.
Cool, neat story.
Thank you, Jeff. The last two Sundays I've driven to RDU, and luckily I don't have to this Sunday. And I talked about, because you travel to your where's your homeland? Your Winston-Salem?
Winston-Salem.
Yeah. And I said, Bryce, is there like a crazy amount of dead deer on the side of the road this year? And I don't know, maybe it's the same as any normal year, but you said this is the time of year when you see it. And you said on the way here to the studio you saw a lot of live deer. I mean, the deer are everywhere.
Oh, it's crazy. Now, like I was telling you earlier, I mean, I'm rubbernecking. I'm in every field. I'm turning back, seeing deer, and then if there is deer, I maybe look at them a little too long. And as always, sure to say, would you get your eyes on the road? But I can't help it. I mean, one field, I better guarantee there's like, I told you 30 over the break. I guarantee it had to be more than that, because some fields, I mean, I knew had double digits in them. I saw one buck, and I wish I could just stop on the side of the road and glass them, but unfortunately, cars were behind me, and I didn't have my binoculars, so I couldn't do that. But I swear I saw one way off in the beans, and I mean, it had to have been. I could see the silhouette because there's no other type of like grown-up grasses or anything in the bean field, so it had to have been a buck. I'm gonna say it was a buck. So it just drives me crazy. I'm like, dang, I wish I could be in the woods right now or hunting, but unfortunately, it's the work week, so I can't. But I was able to see some deer Saturday.
Okay, and that, I guess, leads us into the next Pirate Radio Outdoors. So what have you been doing this past week, Bryce? Hunting and fishing related?
Fortunately, I was able to be in the woods and the water. Woods and water. When I can do both, I mean, that is great. But on Saturday, where am I at right now? Where are we at?
We're at Wednesday right now.
Wednesday. I haven't told you any deer stories, right? No, I don't think. Oh, it was Thanksgiving morning. Actually, it was me, my buddy D-Watt, my other buddy Hudson, and my brother Sean. And Sean hasn't been able to kill a deer hunting in 2 years. He's just busy. And we all went into the woods on my buddy's land. That he's been hunting for a few years. But we go, me and D-Watt, we're like, well, you know what, we're going to go. I'm just going to sit on the ground. And it's up in the mountains-ish. and or Stokes County. And I said, well, I'm just going to sit on the ground. So he was on one side of the ridge, I was on the other. And Sean and my other buddy were there in a blind several hundred yards away. While we get in there, I'm creeping along because I like to do things kind of old school and be on the ground or, be in their element. And sure enough, it was getting to where you could see but couldn't see. But I knew there's some deer down in the bottom because I was sort of up on the ridge a little bit. And I could see them, and it sounded like chasing. Like it wasn't just like a deer walking. It was kind of like and then like stop and then just a bunch of shuffling, which a buck is chasing a doe this time of year. And I was like, well, shoot, okay, well, I'll settle down. Well, they ended up going around, I guess, walking the ridge. And I told my buddy, hey, there's deer coming back down the ridge, down the holler to where you are. And he's like, well, I'm only going to shoot a buck. He's like, I'm not going to drag a doe out of these mountains. And so sure enough, we're texting. There's a bunch of deer around me. Dang, and she saw me, ran off, and then they all ran off. And then a few moments later, boom, and it was like 7:20. I mean, so it's just, we've been in the woods 25 minutes. And I said, buck. And he said, oh yeah, good one. And sure enough, he shot a nice 8-pointer on the ground. And what was funny was I was just talking to him that week. Hey bud, like I want to come hunting. Let's just sit on the ground. Just hunt like that, and be old school and all like that. And sure enough, we talk it up, and he shoots a good buck. Sitting on the ground, dropped him right away. But he showed me where he shot. Like as far as like in the woods, and it was I was like, how in the world did you even shoot him? He just shot through all this thick stuff, but smoked him, and he dropped. So that was fun to do that. We were hoping my buddy and my brother would see a deer, but unfortunately I didn't see anything. But so then that was on Thanksgiving. So a good Thanksgiving. Yeah. It was perfect. The leaves are falling. You're in the mountains. It's cold. Just a very ideal, situation. Very nice out there. Then we go home. So I'm like, well, heck, let me go fishing with Jake and my buddy Patrick. Jake's a great fisherman. Patrick's a great fisherman. And I'm like, and we took my boat, and I said, man, I'm on, because I kind of don't have, I wouldn't say it's luck, because obviously there's some skill involved, or anyways, I don't normally wear the fish out, so I'm thinking, oh man, I got them two with me on my boat. Yeah. We were going to wear them.
They're the good luck charms.
And they wore, and my buddy Patrick wore the trout out in the creek this 2 weekends ago. So we fished that same area. What do you think?
Oh no!
Happened? We caught between daylight and 4:30 that evening. We caught 7 fish total. I did catch a nice redfish, but he didn't catch a trout, but 3. When the first one was caught at 2:30 in the afternoon, and so that was what I caught there. It was cold out there.
Nice.
So I'm happy I caught that and a little flounder. Jake caught 2 perch. We didn't get skunked, which is always good, but you're just thinking, really? And then I had another buddy who's a good fisherman who fished in a different area and wore the trout out. And I'm like, I guess that's what I call it, fishing. But it was a good time. We had it was real fun out there to be on the boat and hanging out with them. And didn't get skunked. Was able to catch a good fish. And what was funny about the redfish I caught is, I'm using a jig and I'm catching him. We get him to the boat. Well, he already had, it's called a popping cork and a leader and a artificial shrimp in his mouth already. Right in his throat. And he was swimming around with it in his mouth.
From like a previous
person that he broke off.
Oh wow!
But he didn't get me. No sir. He didn't get my knot. My knots are tied tight and strong, and I got good line.
Hey, that's good preparation, right?
So it was kind of funny, and it was literally right. It wasn't like it was in his gut. Like it was in his right in the back of his mouth. So it's and he was still eating. Had the dang line out, and the bobber was underwater, and it must have been there a while because the bobber actually had some growth on it. So I was like,
yeah, he left it on to show the other fish.
Exactly.
I'm the man.
Exactly.
Come get me.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good. Woods and water. When I can do that, it's a good time.
All right, double W there. Bryce Williams.
Wow.
You go
indoors? We change the tune. Troy would be upset when I didn't bring up the indoors.
All right. Shirley, I guess cut the music. Hit the
for indoors.
Hit the Masterpiece Theater that's in the press box folder. Maybe for Pirate Radio Indoors, because this is like the finer side of life.
Okay, hold on.
It should be in the press box folder, in the hotkeys, and it'll say something like Masterpiece Theater or something. But anyway, Bryce Williams has a Pirate Radio indoors update that does involve Troy D.
It does. Troy reminded me. I saw him walking in. He said, "Hey, don't forget about our time indoors." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's right." Obviously, I go to the game. So wait on the music.
No, go ahead.
Okay,
I'm working on it.
Okay, and sure enough, go to the game, and I'm out at the stadium, and I was just on Instagram. I see CJ's there.
CJ
Struck. He was up in his seats up in the tower and all that. Well, cool. I messaged him.
Oh, so you're in the tower.
I ended up in the tower, yes.
Okay.
And but I made it the first half. I was out. And my good buddy of mine had gotten me tickets. So very grateful for the tickets he got because they were actually great tickets. CJ was there, and I underestimated the weather, so I was getting cold. I was going to muscle it out, right? But so I knew CJ was there. Well, then at halftime, he sees me. Hey, bud, you want to come up? You want to come up here? And I was like, well, sure. And so we hung out first, the second half, and it was obviously good to see CJ and hang out with him, especially, at a game. That was our first game I think we've been together. So I got to enjoy that. Well, then Troy D texted me, hey, where you at? And I told him where I'm at. And sure enough, a few moments later, Troy D's come knocking on the door. So we got to have a good time and enjoy the game, up in the tower and everything. And, it was nice. Of course, the win would have definitely solidified the moment, but it was good to be with CJ, having old Troy there, good company. So that was the indoors. So thanks to my buddy Nathan, he got me the tickets, so I appreciate that. And then CJ for having me up at his tower room suite.
Tower room sounds
tower
good.
Room. That sounds kind of
a suite. I think would be appropriate. Bryce, you are no surprise to anyone, a country fella.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks, friends in low places. You got friends in low, but also you can class it up. Do you feel like you're a chameleon where you can adapt? If you're in the outdoors, you can hang out with the poors, and if you're, want to get a little snooty, you can hang out in a suite.
Yeah. Especially I've got, I got my outdoor clothes where it needed, and then when I need to dress up, I've got them. Thanks to Anna, has definitely spiced up my wardrobe, nicer clothes.
She's refined you a bit.
She's refined me a little bit in my more of a style, because I used to just wear Carhartts all the time, and I enjoy it, So I can go. I'm a chameleon, I guess you could say.
That's good. Yeah. To fit in with different types of people. Yeah, that's a good thing. All right, Shirley, what'd you think of that indoors update? Y'all did a good job of.
We were conducting.
Yes, it was nice. It kept me on key.
It was very proper.
I looked up something earlier, and I'm embarrassed. I'll see if everybody knows this. So a group of fish is called a school of fish.
Odd, though,
A pack of wolves.
It's called a pack.
So I was going to ask Bryce, what is a group of deer called? And I looked it up and was like, oh, yeah, I probably should have known that.
Yeah.
But what is it? Do you know it? Does anybody know it?
Yeah, probably I'm going to let them guess.
Or maybe it's not as dumb as I thought, but.
A herd?
What's your guess, Shirley?
I have
no idea. Yeah, I didn't really have an idea.
I don't.
You were going to say herd?
Yeah.
The answer is
a
herd.
Plethora.
A plethora. Yes.
I rode by and saw a plethora.
What is it again?
Herd.
Oh, it is a herd.
It's a herd.
It's a herd of deer. Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I guess makes sense.
I kind of wish we could have a game. What is this called? A group of what? But
new game we'll play next. We'll do that. We'll do that if I remember next week.
Wait a minute. So did you?
Do you know what a group of hippos are called?
Is this the Corey Glore thing?
Yes.
Oh, I have no idea.
I believe it's called
a bevy.
No.
I don't know.
I think it's called a glutton, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Wait, so Bryce, before you came to East Carolina, you played for the Marshall Thundering
Deer
group of deer?
No, they're bison.
I was about to say, is that bison? Yes.
That is correct.
Or a buffalo.
Shirley, a group of hippos is called a bloat.
That's exactly right.
bloat.
Yeah, it was a bloat. I knew it had something to do with like gluttony or something because I remember nearly driving off the road because I thought it was funny.
That is a cool
bloat.
If you ever see a bloat of hippos, I'd probably go the other way.
This would be a good game, but I'm definitely going to need a study guide if we start going
deep. Yeah.
Deep. What is Gosling? No. I want to say
Gosling.
Goose.
Ryan Gosling?
What is a group of Ryan Goslings called?
Gosling?
I was thinking of goose.
A gooseling.
I feel like geese have a thing, but maybe that's just a flock of geese, and maybe I'm just imagining myself.
Imagining myself. All right, let's take a time out.
Whatever. Yeah, that's a good time to go to break.
We will take a time out, come back, get ready to wrap it up. I gaggle.
I knew it was something weird with a G. A gaggle.
A gaggle of geese.
Gaggle of geese.
This would be a fun game. We're going to do this one day. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap it up after this.
Hey, but we got
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
If you live in Eastern North Carolina, chances are you've heard of Riley's Army. Riley's Army started in 2008 and has provided emergency support to over 300 families who have a child with cancer. Join us on Sunday, December 12th at 2 p.m. at the Winterville Parks and Rec campus for the Santa Dash, benefiting kids with cancer and their families right here in our community. Bring a new, unwrapped gift for a Riley's Army family and help us give our families the Christmas they deserve. Register at runtheeast.com or call us at 252-481-4471. We can't do it alone. We need an Army.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
The busiest travel days of the year will soon be here. What better way to arrive at Grandma's house, or any house, than in a beautiful new vehicle? Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. The new models are a feast for the eyes, and as comfortable as mashed potatoes and apple pie. And comfortable is the way you feel each and every time you visit our dealership. Come in and get you one. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come in and see our holiday savings. You'll drive home satisfied.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The UPS store in Winterville is now open on Fire Tower Road, across from Marabella Pizza and beside Subway. Trust the UPS store in Winterville with pack and ship guarantee and same-day printing. When it comes to shipping, the UPS store in Winterville has everything you need in one place. The boxes, the packing material, and all the assistance along with on-site notary, passport photos, and business and printing service and freight. The UPS store, now open in Winterville 7 days a week. The UPS store in Winterville is your premier location. Go Pirates!
This is Roger Harris, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Did you miss a show on Pirate Radio? Well, you can listen to all of Pirate Radio's archived local programming by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or Spotify. Subscribe today by going to the podcast app on your iPhone or Apple device and search for Pirate Radio Audio Archives. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
Dang, we went overtime. Dang. We're overtime.
I know. That's why I was like, ooh, let me hurry up and get back in.
Bryce, we don't have a game to predict yet, but you want to predict our opponent for the Military Bowl?
Well, you said
ACC team.
An option, but it can be any ACC team.
Sure, just pick one.
I'm gonna go. That's a lot of options. For some reason, I don't know why Boston College is coming up.
Okay.
But are they even bowl eligible?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
BC, says Bryce Williams. Bryce, thanks for joining us, bud.
Thank y'all for having me.
Well, I'll talk to you next week. Congratulations, Kerry Brown, for being our first winner of many winners coming up in the treasure chest. We'll open it up again on Thursday. Big show. John Gilbert joins us. Tim Kraft from Gardner Webb, Kevin Monroe, and a lot more. We will see you then. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250.